long enough for that spoiler to get dropped, but I was like, you know what? If you're gonna celebrate. I should have stayed off the internet. That's on me. But don't talk about it on Thursday morning when it comes out Thursday night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
rip.
Anyways, I hate.
I have inadvertently stayed away from the spoilers, or I haven't
You're-
seen any.
yeah.
No one's talking
Yeah,
about it.
they-
So it's been
like,
great.
and it's like,
They're talking about the Spider-Man movie for.
yeah,
Oh,
it's not
I'm
like
trying
a
not to
big
listen.
spoiler. It's
They're
not
not
a big
spoiling.
spoiler.
About it.
It's
They're not
literally just
spoiling.
like theorizing with like.
Yeah,
color
but I
and
didn't want to
stuff.
know the theories either because I want to watch
sorry.
it and make my own assumptions. So that's okay. It's okay.
Well. Oh gosh.
Damn it! We did the thing. We are the evil. Fuck.
It's okay. I mean, I could have deafened. I could have also
Yeah.
like done stuff. So it's totally fine.
No.
Guess
no,
it's
this
on
is,
you,
This is a safe space.
Penguin.
I should have shut up. So I wasn't gonna talk about it, and then Celeste brought it up, and I got overexcited. No, I
No, I
got
would've
excited
too.
too. I definitely was like, we tag teamed on this one.
Ayo. Anyways, hi.
Oh yeah, we're playing games.
We are.
Hi.
I'm so excited. We're finally back after like
Oh
2
my
months. It's been a hot moment. I mean, it wasn't fully devoid of D&D, which is a good fun time. But
And we've also accumulated 2 months of rested XP, so we definitely leveled up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how that works. No, I agree
No.
with Pyro.
Final Fantasy rested XP. Hello.
Yeah.
I don't play it, so I wouldn't know. So no.
How?
It's in many games. I don't know what you're talking about.
None game I play.
Oh, Roll20 updated their stuff. Look at them.
Did they? Oh, they they have a
Yeah,
bunch
they
of
did.
new stuff going. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Was that today or like a while
No,
ago? 'Cause
it was a bit ago. 'cause,
No,
I
bitch,
saw it
was a while
yesterday.
ago.
Well, I
It
only
was-
saw it yesterday,
Recent. It was recent.
but it was
Thank you, Penguin.
recent, I guess.
Anywho, welcome back, everybody. To
Chaos already.
I know it's gonna be so chaotic, and that's totally fine.
Nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be
100%.
We're in the middle.
3
of a storm.
hours of
I
the
may
first
just
10
like cut a
minutes.
bunch of content just so we can actually get to something.
Can we just hide
rip-
in his little bubble for another
only 8
day?
hours.
And this fucker, I know, for at least 8
mean-
hours. We could meme for 8 hours,
Yeah.
right?
I can absolutely mean for 8 hours.
Oh, we could definitely.
Yeah, I've DM'd almost all of you guys. I knew
mean-
you could meme for 8 hours.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
And I will say, just a quick reminder: the dome isn't fully impenetrable. Thank you. People can dig up into
Let
it.
us live in our fantasy world.
And you're versing people that dig, so I'm just gonna let you know. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. To this music is just going, and it's very loud.
I'm feeling very hateful right now. I'm feeling there's a lot of hate towards our group, and we just
Not
started.
at all. It's been a while, so I just wanted to remind you guys, make sure we're all on the same page.
It's PK.
Yeah, welcome back. How easily I can kill you all. No, just kidding. Anyways, welcome to session
This is what we're
84.
good at. Running away.
Running away. Yep, you guys have been very proficient in it the whole time. And
Very dexterous
Can I hear a
group.
thing?
yeah, last time, to do a little bit of a reminder, because it's been a hot minute, and I know, Celeste, you weren't there last session anyway, so it was more important to do
I
it.
read the notes.
I mean,
but
the
yeah.
notes were a little bit all over the place, but yeah.
So were we.
Our alternate name is the Runaways.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, but
Runaway
who gets the-
windows.
Who gets the walls?
So much
No,
time.
isn't the Runaways a Marvel
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
or
it's
am I
Marvel.
confused?
Yeah. No,
And they're awesome. I love them. Anyways,
they took it off of Disney Plus. Sorry.
Oh, I need to watch it. I forgot that
Well, they
it's a
took it
thing.
off of Disney Plus, so find somewhere else.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll legally download it. It's fine. It's how I watch most of things. Anyways,
Live on
said it.
stream. Hello.
there's no
Hello,
evidence. It's
internet.
fine.
There's no evidence.
It's fine. I'll cut it. It's fine.
They don't know where I
Fix
live.
it in
They don't know
post.
my, they don't know my
Um,
IT.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
ACAB, anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
there's,
anyways,
there's a recap happening.
Recap. So last time, the wonderful group found some I wanted to say familiar problems, but I don't know if that really is quite right. In Rosefall, you guys went to Rosefall, kind of hoping to possibly run away from the Black Earth, only to find out that it's heavily guarded, even though you guys kind of knew that already. But also because Atium's mom was there, and kind of drove you guys there. In avoiding any contact, sorry, at the end of the night, Atim, you had locked eyes with her, and everything shit hit the fan. Everything went wrong. A lot was happening. A lot was confusing. There was flashes of weird visions and some weird, unknown but solid ties towards Amethyst, as Atim's mom spoke gibberish, but it was a language only Amethyst understood. Apparently this happened about 20 years ago. And in trying to find answers, made it worse. And thus you decided, let's just run away. And you guys dipped, leaving once again, a battle that I've been waiting for, behind in the dust. And you guys decided to head south. You knew it was somewhere south. Joel, using a divination spell, kind of got a bit of a vision of a direction to go. And as you guys traveled for 2 days through this, during one of those nights, Joel had a divine intervention, and a pillar of light lit up the night sky. And he had a vision and a confirmation for Mariana.
It was a subtle pillar of light.
Very subtle.
Very
like,
subtle.
Honestly, like a flashlight that was almost that was like right about to die, like about that.
Yeah. It was like kind of flickering.
Nobody saw it.
Yeah, no one saw it at all. Where you got confirmation that Mariana's soul was still out there, but locked in somewhere in the plane of water, which traveling to the plane of water, you were told, is unstable and unable to at the current moment and at your current power level.
But still good news.
But it was still good news. It was a confirmation of her being alive in some form. In that, you guys passed the massive 8-mile long river that cuts through the Nightthorn Forest, got to the other side by some clever jumping into Amethyst's lantern and Zephyr turning into a dolphin, and thus turning into a bird to fly through the forest, trying to find somewhere. You found it was eerily quiet, and there was no bugs, no birds, no wildlife, and you guys eventually stumbled upon a pair of orc scouts wandering around. You were friendly, even though you kind of terrified them a little bit with suddenly jumping out of smoke that came out of nowhere. And it was quickly talked over through Amdrus, sheepishly trying to speak in Orcish, and them getting a good laugh that you were raised by halflings. And you made some friends. They brought you back to their camp. You met their chieftain, and to remind you on names, because no offense, Coco, that was not their name.
Yes, that was their name.
It's not their name. I even went back to
Orcish-
double check. So I was like, I don't
Orcish?
think that's what it was. It was
Orcish and
close.
Borkish.
Oh, that definitely wasn't. I more meant the chieftain. Their names were Redall and Gran, but sure. The chief was Nortuck.
Is that familiar?
Oh, I see. It's Nortuck now.
Yeah.
I see the O and the R and the T is
Yeah.
not an A.
I love.
I was
see
like,
it now.
I don't think it was that.
This was
That's
2
close.
months ago.
Yeah. And I don't think I ever actually said the names of the chiefs, the human wife that Amdrus basically was just like, cook, cool, I'm gonna watch now and you're gonna cook, because that's the chieftain's wife. Her name, she would have said, is Iris, is her human name, but you would know that everyone calls her Grua,
Orcish.
which is Orcish for Irish. Or Iris, sorry, like the flag.
Irish.
Irish.
Orchestra Irish.
Yeah. And their son, the half-orc, who only spoke kind of some common, is Grutuk, which is kind of a mix of their names. During the day, you guys were put to hard labor. Atim eventually just became an entertainer, because you could do magic and they loved it.
Absolutely.
later that evening, winds started to really start to pick up. During the night, you guys woke up.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, no, it wasn't your fault. You guys woke up to incredible winds, very windy, as Joel put, or as Coco put in the things, and it made me laugh. Where you guys had to help kind of tie down everything, or else things would go flying. Team, you struggled with the wind. It was not listening to you, and you were very angry. But with a lot of plant growth between Zephyr and Joel, you guys were able to tie everything down, along with some other things that I don't remember specifically what you guys all did. I apologize. You guys helped that, then went back to bed, only to be team woken up again by noises where you found in the middle of the night, deep, like pitch black midnight, you overheard some probably orcish like patrols arguing with intruders, which you deduced to be burrow sharks of the Black Brigade that were tracking you guys, saying that they were pretty sure this tribe was harboring runaways and basically fugitives, and wanted them, and they said they had your back and said, nope, none of us would have joined in the first place. We don't have who you're looking for. And there was kind of this agreement that in the morning they would like leave them be for the night, and in the morning they were allowed to check, and they would allow that. And a team, you were warned that as soon as the crack of dawn, as soon as first daylight, you guys are going to have to find your way out, and they're not going to be able to help you. And thus, we rested for the rest of the night. You guys had a long rest. And in the morning, waking up a little bit early before the dome disappears, but stepping out, you realized the winds only got stronger. And there would be no flying out of this. And that is where we're going to pick up. So in this moment, the dome is still there. And you realize of how insanely windy it is. Like full on like tornado level winds here. Because of what you guys did last night, the encampment the camp is like tied down, and things are stable for now. But you guys would be able to see some people are really like holding things down and making sure everything is good, and checking everything because of how incredibly strong the winds are today. So jumping into character, which I know will take a little tweaking to get back in, what are you guys doing?
I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Right, we're not exactly flying out of here. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but some gale force winds out there, mate.
We may not be able to fly, but...
Are we all awake? Sorry.
Yes. At this point, everyone was waking up. Like, sunrise is just happening. Like, it is literally the first crack of daylight, dawn, whatever. And yeah, you guys were woken up.
So we had a long rest.
You did have a long rest. You were kind of pushing the long rest, but you did, yes, yeah. Because you didn't have like a strenuous day, there was no roll for exhaustion. But yeah, you had kind of a shorter long rest, but long rest nonetheless. You guys are probably tired, but that's fine.
Yeah. Flying may not be an option, but the ground is.
True. But
I mean, I could try digging a way out, but I don't know if all of you guys can fit.
I still have my lantern.
There we go.
That would help.
I was going to do my next question. Can you out-burrow a burrow shark, Zephyr?
They do have tremor sense, which you do know. So movement in the ground, they will sense.
Yeah, I don't know where that.
That probably
yes, but that's
not.
One creature opposed to 5.
True.
Yeah, an animal. Like, what if you turn into a wolf, carry the lantern, and then just run the way we need to go? That would be less conspicuous than anything else, right?
Because I was rereading the notes. When I did a scout, I noticed that there wasn't any wildlife around, right?
Yes. So yesterday,
Due to his light. I think.
Yesterday there was no wildlife. It was dead silent. There was not even bugs making noise. And now it's so much noise you can't even tell because there's just so much wind. And...
Okay, so we can't tell if there's probably no animals anyways because it's storming, but
yeah, it's not really a storm, but yeah, heavy wind. It's not like storm clouds. Just explaining that.
I'm trying to see if I can find another burrowing creature.
In fact, I would say, Atim, you could feel that the air is also very like dry, and you can feel that kind of static energy being so in tune with lightning about as well. Just letting you know. Which, might be a good thing for you, could be a bad thing.
Could be a bad thing.
Who knows?
It's like, yeah, let me call on the storm real quick. Oh,
yeah,
I'm doing more damage to myself than I am anybody else. Great.
Or maybe it charges you a bit more, and it's a good thing. One way to find out.
Who knows?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So what would be better, going underground or just running underground?
Well, we're screwed either way. They're gonna know we're coming. Or leaving, I guess.
I am, because I'm a kind DM. Oh, sorry.
They did say that as long as they didn't see anyone who wasn't orcish, right?
I mean, I guess.
If Amdrus carries the lantern, that could be our way out.
Oh, they definitely know who the fuck I am.
Do you not have any
And
disguise
also-
magic?
Only the ability to disguise a very boring story as an exciting one.
But here's a concern. What happens if they need him to do something once they see him?
Like the elves?
Maybe?
Because the orcs already know that we're here, right?
Yeah, they're all aware.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys-
the elves that are saying like,
Yeah.
oh, if we see anyone who's not orcish,
Yeah.
we're gonna kill you.
Because they're gonna search the camp.
But if they've seen the other orcs but haven't seen Amdrus, then he might stand out.
I don't know how much. I mean, we could always ask the orcs, right?
Can I
I'll
go
just be like-
find the chieftain or the nearest, I guess, position of power?
You guys probably would have been, because you had to reset your things, so you probably would have been fairly in the center of the encampment, which kind of helped hide your bubble. So yeah, you guys you could step out and get the bubble gone and go to the chieftain's tent.
Okay.
It wouldn't be very
Yeah,
far. It's not like a big encampment, so a couple feet.
Yeah, I wanna go. I'll just like look at it like, right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see exactly how often they get new members in here.
As you step out and the bubble kind of ripples away, all you guys are just hit with like massive guts of wind. You guys kind of have to like stable yourself, and you're just like,
walks out.
oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah. And you realize how ridiculously windy it is. I would say even as you're like walking up, Grutuk, the half orc, the chieftain's son, would probably be up already. Chieftain probably also. But as you were like walking towards the tent, you would see Grutuk kind of stepping out, and you're kind of bumping into each other almost.
Right.
And so just kind of go.
Grutuk. Sorry, mate. How often do you guys get new members into this club?
Clan.
Club.
Right, your clan. Apologies.
And he just goes, and you kind of see he's like trying to figure out the words. And he just goes, some come and go. It's not uncommon.
Right. Okay. Perfect. That's I love that. Who's recently left? Nate, a person who's recently left.
Left as in on their own, or
right?
Killed.
Yeah. Who's like, no, like left on their own. Like who's just like, well, I'm gonna go to climbing now. Bye.
We haven't in a while, as the forest is dangerous.
Okay.
Where you
On your time. No
he
rush.
just kind of thinks and just goes, the last one left many months ago. Probably was. Let me get my list of names.
Gorkish.
Porkish.
Porkish.
Zevrak. It's probably Zevrak.
Zorka.
It was many months
Right.
to year.
Did Zevrak have any family? Was he married at all?
No.
No? Shit. Did any brothers or sisters?
We all are a clan of family.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, I can make that work to an extent. Sorry, what was his name again? Zevrak?
Yeah. One
right.
that left.
I'll be the nephew of Zevrak, if you don't mind. You think you could let everybody in the... I'll let everybody know I'm the nephew of Zevrak. I'll be right back. Thank
Sure.
you.
Okay. Looks a little confused, but sure. Right. Are you just gonna sneak around town sneak around the camp and let everybody know?
Not...
Or what's the plan?
I guess, God, sneak... Probably. I don't want to be super obvious about what I'm...
Mhm.
I just need everybody in the camp to know I'm Zevrak's nephew, or at least, like, that's the story we're going with.
Right. Yeah.
So however you feel that needs to get accomplished.
Yeah, why don't we make this... I kind of want to make it a sleight of hand. Sleight of word.
Persuasion?
Just persuasion?
It's not really persuasion, because it's not you persuading everybody to do it. It's you sneakily trying to get everybody on board without the elves who would be trying to pay attention and coming to noticing. So maybe
Deception?
we'll do this a lot. We'll do like a charisma based stealth. This is what we're gonna do.
Okay, so I get a +7.
So if you have advantage, or if you have proficiency
I have
in
half.
half.
I do have proficiency in stealth.
So then, yeah, would be your charisma plus your stealth, like your modifier, your proficiency modifier.
So my charisma 2. So am I adding my charisma in my stealth or no?
Yeah.
So their stealth is based on dex. So instead of
Got
basing
it.
on dex, you're basing on charisma.
Got it. Okay, so +7 instead of +4. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. 14. Not great. Rolled a 7, but okay.
14, you said?
Great
Okay.
first roll. Yeah,
Okay.
great first roll.
All right, you kind of subtly kind of looking natural, telling everybody that if you get questioned, everyone's kind of on the same board, and people kind of help that out too. Sorry if you can hear my cats; they're fighting 5 feet from me. The rest of you, as Amdrus is doing this, what are you guys doing?
It's OMD.
Shall we just go in the lantern?
Well, I think we should first figure out how this plan. Make sure that Amdrus's idea takes off first before we, waste any precious time, even though we are already.
Okay. Keeping track.
Probably fine. I'm gone. I'm not even there.
I would say, as you guys are kind of standing around, or at least trying to blend in with everything going on, because more and more of the clan would be waking up and doing their morning routines. One of the, I would say maybe the teenager, young adult orcs that Atim you would have probably would have like entertained, who would have been like, wait, can you do this, like really interested and being around when you were doing that, would walk up to you. Again, not a lot of them know common, so he's like trying his best.
Wait, don't I have a thing? I don't remember if I have a thing.
You do have comprehend language, but you can't speak it back.
Right.
Yeah, because you need tongues for that. That's a higher level spell. And he'll just go, Atim. Yes? Like, making sure.
Yeah. You're getting better. You're getting better.
And he kind of smiles with like the big tusks. And he just kind of goes, for you, I made something. And he pulls out this like decently carved kind of wooden piece. And it kind of looks like this, almost like a shield with like lightning bolts coming out of it, or that's like pointing towards the middle of it. And he hands it to you and he says, I know you have to leave fast. So this for you. And he like hands it to you, and he just says, he'll say it in Orcish and then slowly go, Cord strength with you. And you look down. Are you proficient in religion in any way? I don't remember if you are.
No.
No, okay. Make a religion check then, if you want.
Did you say cord?
Cord, yeah. Cord strength with you, yeah.
Yeah, cord.
And then
K-O-R-D, yeah.
Am I there?
Yeah, it's all four of you guys.
That's a
Okay,
natural
you're
one.
like, cool. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Who is this again?
So
You don't
Joel,
know.
you would
It's
know.
one of the orcs that I entertained with magic.
Right, yeah, and he's handing it. It's just like one of the younger orcs in the.
One of the
family.
younger, yeah.
And he hands it to you and just kind of nods and kind of gives you like a be safe best he can, but he doesn't know how to say it in common, so he just kind of pantomimes it, and then like walks away quickly, like awkwardly in the wind.
First of all, I will just like thank you. What? Amdrus does speak Orcish, right? Or does he not know Orcish at all?
Amdrus,
Okay,
you
never
do,
mind.
but it's very broken. Like they're common. It's very it's
because I was gonna be like in the most best attempt possible. So he would be like in the rare moments that he's heard Amdrus like bust out like the few subtle words that you like learn right in the beginning of trying to learn the language, like hello, thank you.
Where's the bathroom?
He would just be like, thank you.
yeah.
Do you know where the library is?
Yeah.
But yeah, Joel, you would know Cord is the god of athleticism and storms, and he's like one of the main 5 in Kaiman, like in the Blooming Vale. In Kaiman, there's a whole like multi-floored coliseum in Kaiman that is this kind of temple to Cord.
I love that I wouldn't pay attention.
You just didn't pay attention to it, which is why I was like, you would probably know if you do roll at maybe a 10.
Like decently.
Yeah. You got a 1.
I'm gonna go up to Ataim and be like, what did he say? What did he say?
He said, Cord be with you.
Cord's strength be with you. Yeah.
Strength. There we go. I think that's what he said. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I'm not sure. But I got a gift.
Amethyst is looking around frantically right now.
Okay.
I got a gift.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Joel and Zephyr are both there. Joel, you would immediately know who that is. It's one of the
Amethyst
pure
looks
gods, the
panicked,
prime gods.
and it is written all over her face.
Also that.
Just throwing that
But
out.
great, another entity we got to deal with.
I'll just turn to Zephyr and be like,
I mean,
Zephyr,
I feel
Zephyr's
like-
there, right?
Yeah,
I feel
all
like it's a
4 of
good-
you are, because
Yeah, I'm
Amdrus
here.
is gone doing other stuff.
But I don't.
I'll just
know
turn to
who
Zephyr and be
this
like, that was just so cute. Wasn't that the cutest thing?
is. I know.
They're
I
so
love
cute
it.
together. They're just adorable.
Ataim with kids. Oh God.
Oh.
He's not like a kid. He's probably a bit younger. He's probably around Amethyst's age actually, because Amethyst seems to
And
be a
baby.
bit like the young adult,
And
like
baby.
19, 20
Okay.
kind of thing. So he's probably
This is our young adult
Okay.
heroine.
yes.
I'm baby. I don't even know my own age. It's fine.
yeah. Amethyst doesn't like.
Work.
All right. Anything else you guys are doing? Well, Amdrus is doing. It's gonna take Amdrus a moment to do this, so
Right.
giving you guys the spotlight.
I'm just gonna be like looking at the shield and just eyeing at the fact that I got a gift.
And it's like decently crafted. It's clearly like still learning, but like, but it's still like it's way better than you probably could do on your first try. So he's probably been practicing it.
So is there like a huge rush to like start hiding like right away, or
Yeah,
like, do
you
we
guys
have...
had to leave the first daylight. They would be coming into the camp and looking. So, and you look, you can see it starting to happen. Like you only have a couple more minutes to figure this out.
We should really figure out what we're doing.
Can I
am
see?
I doing anything, or
can I see Amdrus?
Yes.
That...
Wouldn't
Cool.
be too
I'm
hard
gonna
to.
use
And he's probably coming back right away.
In my panic, I'm going to use my mind thingy.
Okay.
God, things are hard.
Lasers.
Yeah, your mind link.
My mind link,
sliver.
and I'm gonna be like,
Just attacks him.
hey, what are we going in the lamp and you're carrying, or you can respond to this.
Right. No, my plan is definitely get you guys hide in the lantern, and I'll definitely carry you. You think I may be able to stash it in somewhere, and then it just cuts.
I mean, you can talk. Mind link.
Just
You
mind
can.
link.
You're just
But Amethyst
Power
would be like,
bots.
okay, awesome, thank you, bye, and then just like she'll cut it off.
As soon as you say that, like you can go into the lantern, she's like, "Good, thanks, bye."
Yeah, and then she's gonna like
And
shakily.
because it's literally at the speed of thought, like that conversation happens so fast that Amdrus, I feel like she just said it so panicked and like loud and really quick that you probably were just like taken off guard. And like if you were talking with someone, you're probably like, what just happened?
That was rude.
Okay, everyone in the lantern, single file. Okay, and I'm gonna like shakily like put this on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'll look back to Amdrus and I'll be like, it's over here, and then cut it off again.
Yeah, it's like the
don't lose it.
It's like the TikTok sound of the car driving by with the music. It's just like, it's right here. That's it. That's all you get.
And then I will bring all of us inside the lantern.
Beautiful. And you guys all kind of go into it. And it is, as soon as you land into it, it's so nice to be out of the battering wind. Everyone's hair is just a rat's nest already. At team, you being an air genasi, your hair probably just naturally goes back.
One thing I never noticed that I never said is that like his hair is constantly like slowly blowing in the wind, like a light breeze. So it's fine.
Yeah, like it got messed up, but it would just like naturally go back to it. It definitely was
like, it'll just naturally go back to it. It's like normal.
Do you think he saw us?
I feel like it, like your hair is like the Superman. Like it just has like but it doesn't go anywhere. It's just always perfect.
Yeah, has its own like.
It has
atmosphere.
its own like little yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he saw us?
Who?
Horde?
Is he here? Or
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's one of their gods. It's fine.
What?
What? Who?
Horde?
Yeah. I think that was what he said.
He's a god?
That's an orc god.
It's not an orc.
Made
It's just a god.
Speaks with a Kiwi accent. Orc.
Horde?
Horde. Nothing to worry about. I think it's like a good token. He's
a chaotic good god in the pantheon.
Yeah. And he's just like, giving you God's blessing. It's like when I tell people Peller's with you, or I give little kids.
Right.
It's similar.
Joel, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
She like pulls you off to the side, really like terrified.
Perfect.
Because I feel like Zephyr would be intrigued, like what's going on, because she doesn't understand.
If you guys are eavesdropping,
Absolutely.
make perception checks. It's not that big of a room, so it's probably not going to be hard.
I'll make a
standing on the other side of a studio apartment, being like, "So
Yeah.
what? What do you mean?"
Yeah, pretty much.
I have
I
pretty
hush.
good.
23.
I have pretty good passive perception.
Yeah.
So I'll make a perception roll at disadvantage because I'm just like not really paying attention, but like I might hear something.
Okay. Sure.
I'm fully wanting know. I want to know, but I'm just I respect that you want
Okay,
space.
16.
I'm just like
my
the
passive
corner
perception.
staring at you guys.
Which is what I was going to go off of. Yeah. Zephyr not being subtle and clearly listening, but Amethyst, you've pulled Joel on the other side of your apartment.
So, in theory, is it bad if someone picks a name that's a god? as their name?
I mean, I find most gods to be pretty proud things, and that might be a slight to some. So, I think it depends on the god, but I think it could be a problem. I mean, like, did you see what Pelor did to me when I just got to be... Oh, you weren't around. I was just being a little mean once, and Pelor, like, cracked my shield and, like, basically bitch slapped me. So,
mean
I
ones.
want to mess with God.
Aggressively crushing people's
like,
skulls. I'm just a
like,
little mean.
Literally
Stop.
first day talking about murdering.
You're not there. It's just me and Amethyst. She doesn't know any of that. So,
It's
like,
tabletop.
I mean, they could be
got
like
a little mean.
They could be a little.
We need a coach
testy.
channel.
We do.
So what if in theory you help
In
a
theory.
friend name themselves and you don't know that it's a god's name, but you just learned about it because he sounds really cool, and you pick that name for your friend, and then he goes by it. Is that bad?
I think that's pretty innocent. I
Okay.
couldn't see. I mean, unless it was like a mean god. I think that feels pretty innocent.
There are mean gods.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That checks out. I should know this.
I mean,
I'm
especially
professional
once you
religion.
start going, down below. There's some really mean gods down below.
Oh, but I like being in the ground.
A little bit further down.
Got to get that 6 feet under.
6 feet.
I'm
One
not
at 6 feet.
6 feet hits.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm somebody named Cord, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he goes by that anymore, though.
Amethyst, Joel, can you make perception checks? Actually, maybe it wouldn't be. Never mind. Ignore that. Don't do that.
Okay.
It's back.
The classic Travis. Whoop
Yep. Whoop.
whoop.
Oh, I clicked
Yeah.
the wrong button.
Alarms.
Maybe just put
I'm
in a
breaking my
little-
own rules that I was so sorry. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I don't think he goes by that anymore, though.
Okay.
You're gonna see Ataim kind of like putting on the shield and like taking out like his dagger, just try to get a feel for what it's like for melee combat. A little bit, just trying it out,
Amethyst is just gonna shake her head and be like, I don't know what you find so funny. Not you.
Do you think we're all gonna die?
And on
Things
that,
feel
we're gonna
really
cut.
bad right now.
Actually, if there was more you wanted to do, that's totally fine.
No,
Amethyst
I
starts
just think I
tearing
just-
up immediately.
You think we're gonna die?
die
Switch scene. I feel like that would be such a perfect. And Zephyr, you 1,000%
Existential.
heard the entire conversation. Just letting you know.
I love that
Um,
Zephyr's just kind of like sitting there, just listening to the whole thing, just
Yeah,
staring
just
off into
100%.
blank.
Like, I'm pretty sure you described it like the middle. There's like a middle like rock kind of section, right? It's like a round thing, and in the middle there's this like rock terrarium. Is that right? Is that how you described it?
No.
Oh, that's how I've imagined.
No,
My
that's
bad.
fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
Those
I was
sofas
imagining you,
that are
like,
ladies
Peeking around it while the other
in
one
like the ladies' room, the big round sofas that have the center thing. I don't know why I
Yeah.
pictured one of those.
Yeah, I imagine
Like the
it's-
sofas
Oh,
that have
yeah.
the pedestal in the middle, the round sofas. I don't
yeah.
know.
Like,
You know what I'm talking about? No,
Yeah.
but they're like in like
No.
50s ladies.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah. No, I get
I don't
what
know why that's
Yeah.
what I pictured.
You know, that's fine. I'm going with it. I just know that it's very plush.
Yeah.
It's
Lots of
very
pillows.
like colorful.
Yeah.
The vase and Zephyr's plant live in my thing.
Right,
There's like a
yes.
little corner of all of our shit.
Just piled up in
and
there.
then there's just like
Forgot.
giant like drapery hanging from like the ceiling, and it looks like the terrarium. Like the shape is of the terrarium
Yeah.
that she carries.
Right.
And we talked about like the the walls are like stained glass, but you can't really see through them.
Yeah, and it's like there's like dangling lights and stuff that are probably like crystals. And...
Yeah. Big chandelier, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I just was imagining like Zephyr like clearly like hiding behind something, but very clearly like sticking her head out and like listening. Just like not being subtle at all. But anyways, we jump back out. Amdrus, you kind of ran around and talked to everybody, and you like if you look over, you would have just seen like in the smoke go into the lantern and it sit there, and you would see that Iris and her son Grutok would come up, and she would just go, "They're beginning to search, so if you have a plan, you either need to go or blend in."
Oh, I plan on blending in. Zerkash, right? Zarik? Zarin.
Zertak.
Oh, the name? I was like,
yeah.
What? Zavrak is what it was.
Zavrak, thank you. DM, I would like to do a performance check for a different accent, if you don't mind.
Sure. I would love you to roleplay that at first, but yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Can he be French?
Are you gonna take like spare clothes or anything that they may have? Or...
Yeah. I'm gonna try to dress down like everybody else. I don't want to have like.
And they can provide like simple like if you want to fully like go into a tent and like switch out to like more hides and furs than your armor.
Yeah, and then
100%.
will you just let me know? Is it just regular clothing? So don't even worry about like AC.
I mean, it would be like hide if you looked up
hide armor.
Hide armor, yeah.
Okay, I'll throw one of those on here in a second. But I want to start doing like a West Texas sort of like. Howdy. Fuck. No, I can do it. Howdy. Nope. Hold on.
So again, Travis.
I'm right there. I'm right there.
All right. And as you're kind of telling them that you're blending in and they're kind of helping you do this, you can hear outside, because you have a very high passive, even through the wind, which is it's hard to hear, but some of the voices are carrying, and you can hear that kind of different tone of voices coming in and checking, and you can hear once in a while you hear like clattering and shifting of things. Yeah, what are you doing?
I'll switch into some hide armor, and then I'm just gonna start doing a different accent to hide my Amdrusness.
Okay, just kind of blending in.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love this to be a deception check.
Sure. Plus 11.
Yeah.
19. Not rolling great. We're gonna switch dice.
Okay.
Because there was a 7 and an 8 on the first one.
All right. Are you anything else you are like doing specifically, like actions or going anywhere?
I just wanna chores. Just trying to just I don't know what, just like battening down the hatches, like getting like more for the wind.
Sure.
And I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm just trying to blend into the background. But if I do get approached,
Okay.
I want to have like a background ready.
Okay. As you're kind of trying to do this, you can see that the two Black Earth Braids, they have that like stone armor.
Continue. You're fine.
I'm sorry. I'm high and Penguin looked kind of like a kaiju walking through the city.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
The background. I like that. No, that's good. I like that.
Sorry, I need
Fine.
to turn on my light.
No, you're fine. As you're kind of like awkwardly trying to figure this out, you can see these two like wood elves, that stone armor with the clear kind of the dark green leathers, but the clear marking of the Black Earth Brigade. These ones being the burrow sharks, so they have the like metal plating on the back so they can like blend in and hide while they're riding it, and you can feel the ground rumbling, and clearly their bullets are following them so that they can rise up at any moment, but they are fully armed, fully decked out, and they are looking at everything. They're moving things, and you'll see some things go flying, and some of the orcs kind of rush over and in Orcish will like swear or grumble something under their breath because things are flying around in the wind, and the elves aren't really caring. And you'll see they start to kind of move towards you, and they're looking at everybody, purposely like turning them around and staring at them, and they're heading towards you. And you can see one of them kind of looking at you, and you don't look as rough and tumble as all of them living out in the forest, as your art, very hot boy. And they kind of catches their eye, and they're going, and as they start to walk over to you, you'll see Iris or Agrua will come up to you and go, "You help me with breakfast. It's difficult in the wind," and kind of drags you off as they're kind of half stopping to look as she kind of drags you away. And they don't seem to follow, and they continue looking around. You have a bag holding, yes?
Yes.
Do you have?
No, I tucked the terrarium onto my belt.
Okay.
I didn't want to put it inside.
Right. But your armor, which is good because that would suck. But your armor, what did you do with your armor? Switching out,
I would have put it in the bag of holding, and then stuffed the bag of holding like underneath some shit in the chief's tent.
Okay.
Or like in the tent that I changed in.
Sure. Make a would this be sleight of hand then? Maybe sleight of hand to kind of hide this.
Okay, +4. Here we go.
I would say. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
12. Not great.
Okay. All right. As you are wandered off, there's this high tension in the air, and you are dragged out, kind of, and Gruel will just go, "Look, I know you're hiding, but I genuinely don't know. We need to start food. Do you have any ideas with this wind?"
I got plenty of ideas for this. I got plenty of ideas for this wind here. I'll tell you what. Let's do
Wind fried chicken.
Oatmeal wouldn't do well, especially in the wind. But I recommend biscuits and gravy would be a delicious accoutrement for this evening. A little
Sure.
deliciousness. Okay. You know how to make
Sir,
gravy?
it's 6 in.
Pretty much.
This evening.
No, you never had biscuits and gravy at 6 a.m.
You never had biscuits and gravy at 6 a.m?
No.
No, biscuits and gravy with a side of eggs and bacon. Woo!
And she just kind of goes,
"This is good."
"All right, we'll see what we can do." And she drags you in, and as you were kind of helping doing this, make a perception check. This is with disadvantage because of the wind. And Amethyst, correct me if I'm wrong, you can stay 8 hours in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I hate you so much.
Did you get a natural one?
No, I got a natural 20, you fuck.
Oh,
But it's a 12, so 21.
Okay. As you were doing this, you start to hear a bit of a scuffle going on outside.
Did you say
And-
+12 and do you say 21?
It was
Sorry, no, it got a 12 with a +9 for 21.
Oh,
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
I don't know how numbers work.
It's fine. I knew what you meant. So yeah, you'll hear kind of Grua also kind of cluing in and like looking, and just goes, "Stay here," and she heads off. Do you listen? Do you sneak off? Do you continue to work? What do you do?
I will sneak off to try to.
Okay.
I'll put like the fire on like a low. I'll pull out some logs so that way it's like a low burn, and then so that way the gravy doesn't burn. It doesn't like stick to the sides.
Sure.
And
Because the wind's just whipping everywhere.
Yeah,
You got to kind of have a bit of cover, obviously, but
yeah. And then just I want a low flame on everything so that way it can kind of sneak away without burning the food.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Welcome to how Penguin felt every time they go scouting.
21. Okay, here we go.
By
17 plus 4,
themselves,
let's go.
just like, oh god. 21, you said?
Yeah, 17 plus 4.
Okay. Okay. As you kind of sneak off through it, you can see that there seems to be some kind of argument, and you can kind of hear it in the chieftain's tent.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're heading over, you can see one of the elves is moving towards there as well, and you're trying to stay behind so they don't see you, but they don't seem to notice you. And if they do kind of look over, there's enough of the clan kind of walking around, of the tribe kind of walking around, that you can blend in really quickly. And as you kind of get closer and closer, you can start to hear the elf kind of go, "And you expect us to believe this?" And something yelling in Orcish that you kind of get like idiot out of it, and something about it being the clans as far as you can get, and Grua kind of translating it to common, clearly being the chieftain replying in Orcish, and Grua just kind of going, "Yes, there were some travelers that had died in this forest, no thanks to your help, causing all the wildlife to go astray. And we got some loot out of it. Is it so problem that we have some kind of magical item in a world such that they are?" And you hear goes, "Please, this has been around enough. You don't think I believe that? I think you're bullshitting me. You are hiding them, and this belongs to them." And as you kind of peek in, you can see them kind of waving around your bag of holding.
Okay.
And the other elf has kind of walked in. And you'll hear something that you don't really understand, but it's got a lot of aggression to it from the chieftain. And Grua just kind of laughs and she goes, "Fine. Why don't we do it this way? The chief here believes it's his property. You believe it's not. We settle it our way. You're in our encampment. You fight for it." And you'll see the elf just kind of chuckle and goes, "If that is your barbaric way, then sure. But will be walking out of this, or walking away with this." And they like look towards the chief and goes, "I assume I am fighting him? It's a shame that you'll be losing your chieftain then." And you can see the chieftain, Nortok, doesn't understand the common, but can tell the snideness, and just gets really like pissed off and grabs this like battle axe. And you can see your Grua goes, "Trust me, it wouldn't be a fair fight if it was him. So no. Why don't you fight somebody else?"
Have fun, Amdrus.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, that's what I ask. Do you enter?
I will enter. I'm gonna just like I'm gonna enter with like with my hands in my pockets and be like, "Hey, do you have any peppercorns back here? Because it tell you what, it's just gonna bring it to another level."
Immediately loses their accent they were going for. Great.
That was kind of southern.
No.
Fuck you. Anyways, continue.
But that's okay. They didn't really hear you before, so it probably doesn't matter.
I didn't speak to them before.
Exactly. So yeah. And they kind of look towards you, and you see like both of them look, and the one kind of disregards you. And Grua just kind of looks over, and there's kind of a moment where she's just like, she's already pissed off. She just kind of looks at you like, "What the fuck?" But then tries to collect that, and you notice that the elf that's closest to you, that had like just walked in, like the second one, picks up on that, and you immediately see them start to like look at you closer. Right. So Grua kind of fucked that up, but she just goes, "Everything should be in there. If you're continuing to cook, it should be there. If it's not, then we don't have it. Go back to cooking."
I'm just saying, I wish you would have found some fucking peppercorns on those people back there and just
Unless...
roll out.
Okay. You don't say anything, you just leave?
I'm gonna start to roll out and like kind of slow my walk a little bit so I can see if I get picked for fighting.
As you kind of slowly walk out.
Oh, God.
And hold on. Let me check. Keep in mind, everybody in the lantern, you're hearing a lot of wind, but you do catch here and there. If you guys want to make perception checks, you can, to see how much you get.
Oh yeah.
You're more than welcome.
Peppercorn, gravy,
some
milk
arguments. Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
okay.
16.
16.
You guys
19.
know the secret to my
19.
white gravy
18.
recipe.
18. So I will say, Amethyst, you're kind of freaking out a little bit still, and Hatara just is kind of giggling and picking fun, and you can tell without
Bitch.
really saying much, because you're panicking, and you're kind of distracted with that. You do catch here and there, but again, you're not getting too much. You'd get some of the conversation, and you get there's something going on, but you're not 100% sure what it is. The rest of you probably could pick up enough of the conversation, if not all of the conversation, to be able to figure out what's kind of going on and be able to clue in what's going on.
Why does he keep saying peppercorn?
You want some peppercorns?
I assume he's cooking. I think he's cooking.
Well, have you not seen him just eat raw peppercorns? Maybe he's snacking.
Just pepcorn.
That would be an
Ooh, piece of candy.
That is cursed candy right
That
there.
is intense.
It's a
Speaking of,
cursed
I saw-
jawbreaker.
You
So
better not
apparently
put any
there's,
crumbs
like-
on my lantern.
Clove ball candy.
Oh,
No thanks.
I don't know.
I'm like, absolutely not. No,
Oh.
Clove is
Oh.
already so strong.
it's very strong.
I stopped eating cursed candies at Tide Pods. I promise never again after that.
Jesus
You
Christ.
didn't.
Okay,
No, I
Jonesy.
I'm young.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Jan. What up, you other teenagers?
Hello, fellow youths.
Fellow youths?
Hello, you.
Anyways, Amdrus, as you're kind of like slowly walking, you can see the elf begins to kind of follow suit, and Grusha picks up on that too. And she just goes, "If you're so eager, then why don't you be the one to fight?" And she yells after you as you're walking out.
Oh, I'll stop and like, all right, but you don't really know how to make the country gravy like I. You know what? It's fine. I'm sure you'll pick up on it. It's halfway done, anyways. You really just need to watch it, make sure it don't boil. You know, you don't want to burn it away.
You'll see that kind of elf as you kind of turn back in. He's like staring at you, this kind of wood elf, and just kind of looks at you.
I would like to charm him. Just like, well, hey,
How?
stranger, what are you doing?
Sure,
Yeah.
you say
Just
that.
like just like, you want to learn how to make some biscuits?
Turning on the charm. He
Yeah.
just kind of looks at you and then looks back and goes,
hold on, hard emphasis on gravy. Hard emphasis on gravy.
"Sure." They look at you and turn to the ones in charge and goes, "This one doesn't seem as weathered as you all. Is he new?" And they look towards you and they're like eyeing you up. And I'm gonna make a roll to see if they recognize you, first and foremost. And you'll hear Grua go,
So,
"He's a nephew of one of our previous members that left. He is the only one that came back. Isn't that right?"
Y'all with Zurash? Oh man, he's my uncle. He great dude. I'm from out west. And honestly, when I ran into him, he was like, he told me you need to get back in touch with the roots, and I agreed. So I came out this way, try to learn the orcish ways. You know how my ancestors grew up.
Make a deception check with advantage because Grua is helping you.
Deception
And
check. Here we go. 24. 28.
Okay. All right. And you'll see this elf kind of look at you and look at like the other one, and you will see, do you speak Elvish?
Not at all.
Okay, they will speak in Elvish to each other very quickly.
Do I hear it? Not that it matters.
I mean,
Are we in the tent still
well,
when this conversation is happening?
you were you were kind of going back, and then if you wanted
Well,
to step
I was like
fully
half-
back in.
Yeah, so I stepped back into like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
I mean, there's
like,
still wind.
well,
I
like-
mean, actually, yeah, probably. You got a 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably, you probably would get. Do we believe this? Do you recognize him? And there's like a long pause, and they both stare at you, and there's this tension, and it gets broken by Nortalk loudly saying, "Are we going to fight?"
And give
In
play-by-play to
Orcish.
the rest of the group.
yeah, Orcish, and Grua, which is kind of their little like staring at you gets cut from that, and you'll hear very quickly from the one that's closest to you goes, "No, maybe it's not a lie." And Grua just goes, "Well, it seems our chief wants to fight So she turns to you, Amdrus, and goes,
Mhm.
"Are you going to fight, or are you going to let the chief do it?"
I mean, I might as well. Y'all been so kind to me. And feel like it's like cooking hasn't been enough. I mean, I can teach you what I know, but this feels like a good way to repay, the lessons y'all taught me over these past whiles.
Make a deception check again. This time is not with advantage.
Oh, good lord.
22.
22. Atim, you will hear in Elvish through everything because you're the only one
from the ether.
Yeah, it just appears. You will say, as Grua just kind of goes, "Then we have our champion. We'll see how well he's learned." And you will hear
fighting.
the elf. Joel and Zephyr, you would also be able to pick up on the fighting part. And Amethyst, if you think you'd be paying enough attention at this point, you would be able to catch it as well. Because he is inside the tent now. It's a little easier to hear. But Atim, you would hear that elf next to you says one last thing.
Children outside.
What is
Yes,
that?
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
My
wow.
window's open. It's
Okay.
hot. There's children
You're-
screaming
no, yeah,
in
you're
the parking
fine.
lot.
Hey,
It's just
I was
really
really
funny
hoping you would be able to hear
that occasionally there's like a loud scream.
Yeah, they're real fucking annoying.
Just like,
But it's
Oh,
so hot,
yesterday,
and I don't have a
yesterday
fan.
there was a group of them that literally got into a fist fight in front of my house.
I heard all the crying and everything that was screeching that was happening. I was like, what the
It was
fuck?
great.
Yeah.
Mac was taking out the garbage and came
Wow.
back,
I would take
and I
out
was
the
like,
garbage too.
I was smoking, and the kids got, into a fight, and I was like, I'm gonna go inside now.
Yeah.
Nah. That's when I start brushing the lint off the screens.
Uh-huh.
I can't be bothered.
Good
They've,
idea.
they've already.
Just
I'm
squeegee
pretty
these
sure these
windows.
kids have stolen my cat litter and
Yeah.
literally dumped
Yeah, I
it
saw
beside
that.
the house and pissed in it. So
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what happens to these.
Yeah, the
kids.
children are pretty obvious. Awful.
Yeah, I fucking hate these
awful.
kids.
Awful around here. Anyways, children, the worst, honestly. Just in general.
Anyways, back to D&D.
Yeah, back to D&D. You'll hear in Elvish this one just says, "Well, if it is, good. If not, fresh blood. Kill him either way." In Elvish. So none of you guys catch that except for Atim. And if any of you else knows Elvish, that rolled high enough in perception there, inside the lantern would catch up on that too. He says it pretty quickly, quietly, but with that, you are all right. You are stepped. You kind of get to brought out in the front, and you'll start hearing in Orcish. And again, Amdrus, you only catch here and there. And I forgot to mention, Grua was kind of teaching you more Orcish during the cooking and everything. I was trying to teach you a bit more, so you can catch that they are saying there is a trial by combat going on to clear this area. Make sure everything is tied down when you move it, and no one is to be involved. And Grua just goes to the elven man who kind of comes out, and he has this long spear and looks, and she goes, "So if we're doing it by our standards, it is a 1v1. Your friend cannot help, and whatever pets you have can't either." And you'll hear him kind of grumble something.
Very May, the wind is blowing.
Yeah, it's super
Storm
just
clouds
whipping
overhead.
around.
I'm just like,
All right. Well, you see the elf just kind of grumbles something. Make an insight check, Amdrus.
Ooh.
Oh shit! You know what would help if I
5.
had my stuff open.
hey DM, out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
before we get into this, what
Yeah.
weapons am I allowed to have? Because I have the
What
stuff
weapons
that I
do you-
that I have. I was gonna say I have my weapons, but those were in the bag.
If they're in the bag, then you don't have those weapons.
Just trying to be fair here.
Yeah, Grua and Grutok would kind of come up to you, and Grua just goes, "Do you need a weapon? What would you prefer?"
Honestly, I'll tell you what. I'll take anything long bladed or even a warhammer would be nice. Actually, I'll
You
take
sound
the
like a
warhammer.
beetle all of a sudden.
Shut up! I'm trying to nail this accent down. It's not working. This is
Well, I
fine.
was
Amdrus
just
talked one way
making
for the rest of
constructive criticism.
Amdrus is trying to talk one way his whole life, and now I'm trying to do a different one for Amdrus, and we're both struggling.
All right. Let me hold on. Sorry.
We're struggling too, Fire. We're struggling too.
Okay. So.
You're struggling too in this lovely.
She kind of
little
says
lantern
something
taking the elements.
to Grutok, and he kind of goes, okay, and he'll head out, and she goes, a lot of us use axes. Battle axe, great axe. Is that sharp enough for you? Something you can deal with?
I don't know.
What weapons are you proficient with?
What weapons are you proficient in?
Where do I look that up? Because
So at the very bottom left.
Got it.
Like your armor.
I can
weapons.
use a great axe. We're
You
good.
can? Okay.
Yeah. Thank God I
Um,
picked up that weapon master.
a great axe or a battle axe? Which one would you
A
like?
great
Because a great
axe.
axe is two-handed, if I remember
great axe.
correctly. Okay. Just yeah. Okay. You'll see Grutak kind of bring back one, and it's
Oh,
fairly
fuck me.
What?
I can't do my stuff.
That's why I'm asking.
No, I want a single. I want a longsword and an axe, like a
Try to do
hand axe.
two hands. Okay.
Yeah.
So they can give you a hand axe, and they can give you a battle axe. They mostly use axes. Not a lot of them are using like long swords and stuff like that. If that is what you want,
Then can I get 2 hand axes then?
you can do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have dual, do you not have dual wielding?
I do have dual wielding.
Yeah, so you can still dual wield with a great battle axe. You can still get your bonus action thing.
Okay. I'm just not proficient in a battle axe. That's my only thing.
Are you proficient in martial weapons?
I'm proficient in a bunch of them. Yeah. Not all of them.
But
Yeah,
no.
you took great weapon master, right?
I took weapon master. Yeah.
Okay. You can double check.
This is like some anime music.
Yeah, it's very
It's
yeah.
very
It's
video game.
It's very video game.
I feel like you would find this in like oh god, what was the one where they get transported to like their brains are stuck in the Sword Art Online? That's what it was.
Oh,
I feel like I'd hear this in Sword Art.
Very fair. I see.
I would hear this
okay.
at robotics competitions all the time.
Yeah.
Or get
Really?
hype music.
Yeah.
Look at you going to robotics competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Robo
used to do
engineer.
that all the time.
They can give you.
Like battle bots.
Yeah.
Yes, but no.
More nerdy.
Less battle.
I did one in high school where we had to have it follow a line through a maze or have it go through a maze. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
I mean, we
very
play
boring.
games, but not to
Just so
destroy.
that
Like,
for my engineering course.
I just closed the tab that I needed.
did you do first at all, Pyro?
Sorry, what?
Did you do first or Vex?
Oh, Vex. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've
Sorry,
done
guys.
both.
It took me a moment to
So
like,
two
realize the
hand
name.
axes
I
is
was
what you
like,
want. Right?
Oh,
Oh,
you know
I
what?
thought
I
It's been
lied.
so long. But yeah.
I can just do my flourishes. I don't need it. Just as long as I attack, I don't need to have a second weapon.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with the.
But
great
if you
axe.
wanted to dual wield, then you could have
You
a
have
third
that. You
attack.
have that
It's up to-
extra. Yeah, you get that extra attack. Well,
Yeah.
It's up to you.
that bonus.
Do you
that
want
bonus
Oh,
attack.
fuck.
a great
do I
axe? Do
do-
you want battle axe?
No.
Hand
I would
axe?
I'll
say
take.
I would say do the two-handed because that's what you're most used to.
Yeah, I'll take
Or
the great
two-handed.
axe.
Great
Or
axe?
sorry, the
the
dual
battle axe?
wielding. Yeah,
The dual
battle
wielding,
axe with
'cause
the
that is
hand
what you
axe, yeah.
normally. That is how you normally fight.
So battle axe and a hand axe.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
I'm usually
Okay.
doing like a warhammer and a scimitar, so that's
Yeah.
this is gonna be.
And you kind of feel it, and you can see that it is crafted. It is made of like bones and woods and wrapped, and it's fairly like for their standards. Grutak kind of gives you his battle axe. And
Fruitox Battle Axe +3 to hit, right?
no, it is not a magical one at all. But it is very like decorative in their kind of sense of being decorative. It's got a lot of beads and a lot of designs kind of carved into it, and orcish kind of runes. It's clearly his personal one that he's made. And then you were kind of given a kind of normal just hatchet, basically. And you'll see the elf kind of look you up and down, and will say, "You don't have your own weapons? Perhaps maybe you're not from here?"
I literally just told y'all I came from out west. I'm just here to get back to my roots and pay tribute to my family. So this is how I got to help you fight off, for Uncle Chief. I'm happy to do that.
And you will see him kind of just flourish this spear that he kind of flourishes around and gets ready. Very fancy, very elvish. All right, we're gonna do theater of mind because it's just you and the one person. Right. And I would like you to roll initiative.
14. Oh, you know what? I got some snap days. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this. Hold on,
okay.
I'm gonna mute while I dig. It's just about to get loud.
So 14 was your total?
Yes.
They got 13. So you are going to be going first. For combat, because it is very strong winds, movement is halved, and flying is impossible, even with magical means. Anything that is like a fog spell or anything disperses at the end of the turn. It's summoned, like it basically is immediate. Range weapon attacks are impossible, and spells are at disadvantage, like ranged spells.
Okay.
We'll see if other things happen at the top of combat. So, as you guys are standing there, yep. What are you doing?
Tasha's Mind Whip. It says I reach out psychically.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still at disadvantage? Even though it's not necessarily a
physical thing.
Yeah.
I
need to know now before I do anything further.
That one might be okay.
Okay.
Because that makes sense, yeah. Because the idea is that it's just hard to aim, but if you're just like focusing on them, because it's not you physically doing something, yeah.
Okay, because I'm not like launching an ice spike at them or something.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then
cool. What are you doing?
I'll start with a second level Tasha's Mind Whip, and I'm just gonna like reach out. It's gonna be like an actual like cowboy lasso. I'm like, boy, we used to get this one with the steers all the time, and I'm gonna whip it and lash it around him, like kind of like cinch him up.
You're kind of doing these movements, and there's a little bit of that visual, but again, because it's psychically, there wouldn't be any physical too much. That is an intelligence save, right?
Yes.
And I will say it was like a 1, and then just
15
fell over to a 19.
Oh,
so it was almost a 1, but it was a 19
That's
plus
fine.
whatever their intelligence is. So,
on a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh shit! I
I
don't
have-
have.
Let's see. On this next turn.
I'll be right back.
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and suffers no other spell effect. So you just take 3d6. Or half. So.
Yeah. My
One second.
pencil's gone.
Not great. For 8. So 4 points of damage.
I know where it is. It's in my room. I was drawing. How much? Sorry.
4 points of psychic damage.
4 points. Okay. You'll see him kind of flinch, and there's kind of a shocked look, and in fact, I will. Okay, nope. Because of your high passive, you'll see.
I showed none of these abilities when I knew them. So
Yes.
They wouldn't know I have this.
But also the people around, like the clan around, are also like, what the fuck just happened? You have a high enough passive, but you can see that the two elves are so intently looking at you, they didn't even notice the others react, which is probably a good thing because I rolled a 1. So that's your action, hitting for 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Anything else you're doing?
Bonus action, I will just go ahead and give myself a...
I would say you're probably
adrenaline
about
rush.
15, 20 feet apart. Like, I imagine it's kind of a decently sized circle you guys are in. Like,
Bonus action, adrenaline rush. Give myself 4 temporary HP.
Okay.
And then I'm going to actually move 30... you said it's difficult terrain, so I get 40 feet, so 20. So I will actually move 15 feet back, like jumping back.
The way, because everyone's kind of made this like fight circle around you, basically. So you'd only have about 5 feet to go back before you're bumping into people, or you can move towards him, which is about 15 feet up.
Okay, then I'll move my 5 feet back.
Okay.
And just, you know, for flavor, like get ready with the battle axe and the hatchet.
Okay.
Just yell out like, I was like, boy, you sure know how to undo a rope. Wink, and then ready for an attack.
Okay. All right. You'll see him kind of react to that. And in that sense, he will begin to kind of start moving towards you, and he'll be kind of in this stance, ready to like stab out. He is going to hold his action for you to get into melee range. And he's got this kind of large spear. So he does have... You would be able to tell that he does have a reach of 10 feet.
Okay.
It's kind of... Yeah.
Then
and he's holding his action, yeah.
Oh boy, this is going to get real boring. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to cast...
It's probably...
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and just be like, boy, if you don't come over here and do something about it, I'm about to make your life a hell of a lot harder. And I'm gonna cast a mirror image on myself and just like, doop, three of me now, or there's 4 of me now.
I realize I don't know math. He totally could have been in range because of his 10 feet, so he will attack instead.
Oh, okay.
So my bad.
So never mind on my thing.
You'll comment. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is going to be. I roll a 7. 13 to hit.
Does not.
Keep in mind.
And I'm wearing my hide armor.
Hide
I'm not
armor.
wearing anything else.
Cool.
Well, let me
Second
double check
hit.
that. Hold on. Arrows, battle axe. Shirt is off. Half plate is off. Yeah, the hide is on, but nothing else.
Cool. That's going to be a 18 to hit.
18 just hits. We're gonna go ahead and cast silvery barbs on the first one.
Okay.
On that second hit.
I rolled it again to a 2, so that's gonna miss.
Okay. I actually want to, like, as he comes in for the second attack, I want to like pirouette, dodge, grab, pull the spear in, and then give him a little kiss on the cheek and push him back.
Okay. And he just kind of looks disoriented, and then he gets a third attack. And he will attack you for a dirty 20 in total.
That'll hit.
Alright. Oh, and I rolled max damage for 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, not that bad. Not that bad. Thank God for the 4 health I took on the beginning of that.
Then it would be your turn.
Okay, so on my turn, I'm gonna like he's gonna like get me. I'm like,
oh, actually,
a kiss and then a bite. How dare?
Never mind. Yeah, you're good. Continue.
And then I will go ahead and move in and attack with the battle axe, one-handed. Okay. It's just a plus.
Just battle axe.
That's a 17 to hit.
17 misses. As he kind of moves, you can see this like a hardened kind of metal, like almost plate armor that he basically has. His AC is 18.
Got it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and so as that comes down, I'm gonna swing on the up with the hand axe.
Okay.
It's been a minute since I did a flourish. I just gotta make sure I'm doing this right.
Okay. Relearning character. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Blade flourish. Come on, baby. Where are you at?
I didn't expect this to happen, to be honest. Don't know why, but I mean, we did talk about how you guys are the runaways. I fully expected you guys to bolt the first moment you could.
That was the full plan.
Yeah.
As long as I just take the attack action on my turn.
And this was just kind of fun.
This is great.
A weapon attack hits, I can spend. Okay, so got it. So second one is going to be the hand axe.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 22 to hit. That's way better.
22 hits. Yeah.
Okay, that's just a 1d6 plus 3. But I'm going to do a defensive flourish. So that is actually...
Oh, I thought hand axes were a d4, but my bad.
No, they're a d6. It is a bardic inspiration, which is a d10. So I'll add a d10 to that. So it's a d6 and a d10 plus 3.
Okay.
Okay, 13 plus 3, 16 points of damage, and then I add 10 to my AC.
Holy shit!
As the second one comes up, I want to hit him like right in the armpit, and just like dig it right in there, and then pull out, and then just like I don't know. I just want to be like he knows it's gonna be hard to hit me on the next one.
Yeah. You said 17, right? 17 damage. 16 damage. Yeah.
I rolled max on the bardic.
As you kind of swing and he like blocks it with his arm's kind of up, and you swing up and you just catch it, and he kind of yelps out in pain as you get like under. Again, there's not going to be a lot of armor in the armpit, so kind of cutting up into that, you can kind of see the like splatter of blood hitting pretty hard as you kind of just get defensive. You do have bonus action, you can attack because you're dual wielding.
Oh, I do, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll do another hand axe attack, or I guess I have to go back to the battle axe, huh?
Yeah.
I can't attack with the same weapon.
I mean, technically it'd be like 2 battle axe and then a hand axe, but we kind of flavor it as 1-1-1, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. It's up to you what you use ultimately.
21 with a plus 3 to
21
hit,
hits,
so 18 plus 3. Okay, that's a D8.
Look at that.
5
He probably
plus 3
has
is 8.
as much hit points as you now. How much?
8 points
8
of
points.
slashing.
Okay. Yeah, that one round took a lot out of him. Okay.
I hate that you said he almost has as much as me now.
No, he would have less than you now.
Well, now.
Now, yes.
And now.
But he had over 80 hit points in the start. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Cool. As you hit that, it will be his turn, and he will strike out 3 times. First one's 21 to hit.
Nope. You gotta hit a 28. You gotta hit a 28.
Second one doesn't hit. Unless he gets a natural 20, he won't be able to hit. That was a 19. It was a very close.
So
I was like,
close.
oh, okay.
Oh, close.
Or an 18, sorry, because it rolled from the 20. As he kind of swings, you're just able to deflect all of them, and you can see him kind of getting frustrated, and that cut you did in his armpit is like clearly affecting him, unable to like kind of get through all this.
Looking at me like,
Yeah, your
what's the
turn.
matter, Sugar? Little performance anxiety? Don't worry, I promise I won't tell your friends. We're gonna go again. Not great. That one definitely didn't hit. So battle axe miss.
Everyone in the lantern, you can hear a lot of the wind, but you can hear the clattering of weapons and many of Amdrus's remarks in this accent. What was the hit, sir?
It didn't.
Oh, okay.
Now we're gonna go hand axe.
It didn't hit.
Wow, he's getting really excited about cooking.
23.
He's not,
23
let him
hits.
cook. Let him cook.
Let it go. Yeah. We're gonna drop another bardic for the inspiration for the flourish.
Defensive again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as great. That one's just a 5 plus 4, 9 plus 3 is 12.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's 23 to hit me on the next one.
Okay. Is that everything you're doing?
Nope. And then
One
we're gonna
more?
go battle axe one more time.
Okay.
I guess I'll go hand axe. Whatever. Fuck it. We'll just do hand axe. Nope. That one misses. That's a 7.
Okay. Forgot to double check that. Nope. Dang it. I was really hoping the wind would have more effect to this, but that's fine.
I forgot to give myself inspiration on my first attack after he hit me.
Oh, the advantage.
Fine. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's yeah.
All right. First attack, natural 20.
Okay, that'll hit. Yeah. Oh no, bardic. Sorry. Silvery barbs.
Silver bar. That's
Yeah.
what I was expecting.
Yeah.
That
about to
still
look at shit
might
stuff.
hit. You said a 31.
20
sorry, 31.
23. 23 to hit.
Fucking stupid. Look, it was 3
It's
and
our-
2, and I
it's our
flipped
first-
it, and then
yep.
for some reason said 1.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's a 20. I can do math. That's a 22. Just
Nope.
misses. It narrowly you're able to block it. And the last hit is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the first one was the disadvantage roll, so he has one more attack.
Yeah.
He misses. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
But you do take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
End of his turn will be your turn, as he's like pushing you up against. Like a lot of the fight is just kind of moving with you guys, so you can kind of stay in the middle, so no one gets hurt. Oh hell yes! I was hoping this happened. All right, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Me?
Yep. So does he, to be honest. But he made it. It's fine.
It's a natural 20.
Okay. As things are moving, the wind kind of gusts, and like you see something snap from one of the trees, and a large branch that got ripped off a tree comes flying through you guys, like through the wind, and everyone ducks and dives, and it misses you guys, not knocking,
Dodge,
not knocking you prone.
Love that.
Cool. Then it's your turn.
Okay, here we go.
Combat and high wind. Things fly around, guys.
Mm-hmm.
19 to hit on the battle axe.
19 hits.
Okay, we're gonna use my last flourish. It's a
Okay.
D8 plus a D10. Max damage, motherfucker!
Yeah.
So that's 28 to hit me on the next one, and 18 plus 3, 21 points of slashing damage on the battle axe.
21. Ooh, he is looking rough as you like carve into it. He kind of drops to one knee, but he catches it with his spear and pulls up. He is getting his ass handed to him.
And I'm gonna look at him, and I'm just gonna say, sure, you should have just taken the recipe for the gravy. This was unnecessary. And then hand axe attack is 16 plus 7, 23.
23 hits.
We're gonna wrap up with the, okay, so that's a 6. 2 plus 3 is 5 on that one.
5
And
points
last
of
hand axe is a 15 plus 7 is 22.
That hits. He even nerfed you out of your
Mother-
magic items, and it's still kicking his ass.
Max damage, so that's 9 more points of slashing on that one.
So 14 in total. Okay.
Yeah, and then at the end of my, just as a free action, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, "Do you yield? Is this worth your life? A fucking bag we found in the woods?"
The irony is that he has an ability called Unyielding. But it's so he can't be knocked over. It's just funny how you worded that. And you'll see him kind of get hit with these, and he's like, looks on death's door like you fucked him up. And he takes a breath, and you'll hear the other elf kind of yell something in Elvish. That team you wouldn't be able to pick up because of the wind and everything.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks back and kind of gets to his feet
I think Amdrus is doing well.
and spits some blood and just goes, "Fine. Keep your fucking bag." And you'll hear him whistle, and the ground will begin to shake, and from the middle of it, the ground bursts open as a bullet comes, and everyone, like, you can see a few people grab their axes, like, ready to fight, and the elf kind of moves towards, and you can see the bullet, without even, like, looking at their like rider, their trainer, has already moved in and like nuzzled up to them so they can like get on them really easily. Clearly they're some kind of bond is there that he already knew he was getting hurt, and is kind of getting onto this thing, and you'll see the other elf kind of walk up with his kind of spear to his side, and him just kind of one hand up and just goes, "Fine, we'll leave it be. But next time, if we have any suspicions, we aren't bargaining with your rules. Stay out of the forest." And he kind of whistles as well, and you'll see the second bullet come up, and they'll yell something in Elvish, and the hurt one, the one you were fighting, nods, and they both kind of duck, and again, the armor that they're wearing kind of blends into those iron plated.
I insight check them before they go. I want to see I want to see if it feels like they might come back. I don't know how. I
Sure.
don't know how I
Yeah,
determine
that would
but,
be
like,
insight.
Do they feel like they're scheming things?
Sure. Yep. Insight.
Not great. 10.
10. You have no idea. They could be telling the truth. They could be scheming. Hard to tell. Shifty elves. Yeah,
Never
the shifting
trusted those
tides. Not
tricksy
as
elves.
tricksy elves. Tricksy little hobbitses. And you'll see them both kind of descend into the ground, the kind of ground filling up as they do with the bullets. And there's like a cheer. And a few of the younger ones kind of look up to you and see if you're like really hurt, but I think you only took 2 hits. I think you're pretty good,
Yeah.
right? And you'll see the chieftain
No
kind
more
of come up,
particles.
and you'll see this like large old kind of orc man, the chieftain, walk up and with like a really heavy hit, like pat on the shoulder, kind of grabs you and almost shakes you a little. Like he's got a lot of power to him, even in his old age, and says something in Orcish that sounds like a thank you. You're not really sure, and kind of looking towards Grua, she kind of laughs and she just says, he says, "Welcome to the clan. You did well."
I'm gonna look around. Does it look like there's anybody like not of the clan already in here or still in here? Or are we good?
No, the 2 elves left, and you kind of look around, and it seems it's just a clan, and a lot of people are kind of surrounded you and talking, and most of you through the wind can hear a bunch of like shouting, but in a good way, and some cheering, and Orcish, some broken common of saying congrats or you done it, kind of stuff.
You did good, kid.
You did it.
I will drop my terrible accent for a better one.
You hear one go, "Thank God."
I'm just gonna go like, "Oh Christ in heaven almighty, that was better than expected, but I'm just knackered."
You'll see Grutuk just kind of go to you, kind of getting his weapon back from you if you hand it over.
Yeah, with reverence.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, "Thank you for the honor, Uncle."
You did
Uncle.
good. You fought
good, kid.
better than we thought. And Gru kind of laughs and like, "Yeah, some people were betting you'd get your ass handed to you. They're a pretty boy." Kind of like pats you.
I mean, if we're being honest, at least we weren't fighting birds. I don't know what it is. The birds got a fucking thing out for me, and I have a weakness for them. Aerial beings just ruin my life.
You'll see Radal, who kind of comes up and just kind of goes, "Yeah, you should watch out. There's been a lot of them through the forest recently." And like looking up and seeing how windy it is, he goes, "Though you'll probably not have to worry about it today."
Right. I'll pick up the terrarium and like shake it. Hello?
You guys
Hello?
just go flying. No, I'm just kidding.
Like knocking on it.
Yeah,
Exactly
you hear a
like
loud like
Finding Nemo.
knocking.
Like Finding
You hear
Nemo,
like a
like that
bong,
scene.
bong, bong, like
Yeah.
echoing through the thing.
I've survived the gauntlet and I've been accepted as one of them. You can come out now.
What's that he said about a goblet? Are we drinking? It's so
I think it's
early.
something about
Why-
a goblin.
He's fighting goblins. Oh no.
I mean,
She better
Are
not
they
let them
working
take
with
him back to
elves?
the cave.
Okay, all right. We have to reference it apparently every single
Yes.
D&D.
I saw it on Twitter earlier today.
Oh god, of course. Are you guys to remind, just so everyone's aware, this if you dip out, you won't be able to go back in until a long rest. So do you guys dip out when he's telling you to come out, or do you stay in?
I mean, if I go out, I can always turn us invisible. That's always like an option.
Yeah, not everyone has to go out. You can choose who goes out.
So
Well,
I mean, I can
know I can
go out and see what we want to do.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because you guys won't have an opinion. They'll just get shunted out if they want you out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll leave the terrarium like in the middle of the field and be like, they'll come out eventually. I'm not sure. It's either going to be in the next 3 seconds or in the next 8 hours.
And as
so.
soon as they say that, mist starts to kind of come out of it, and it gets blown around a bit, so it's a little awkward when like Amethyst, as you're coming, like you're forming out of this like purpley kind of pink mist, you're kind of getting battered by wind, and it feels very uneasy as you're like forming into yourself again because of the wind, and it's a very weird experience. It's not something you think you would ever experience.
It's like your own body being like stretched in a way.
Yeah,
kind
until
of,
you're like
ugh.
formed, and you're like, okay, and just wind is just hitting you, and your hair's going everywhere. You're just like, okay.
Wow, I hated that. Are we staying here or?
Oh, I can stop that.
Figure we can just hang out here for the day. Everybody rest up and be ready, and then take off in the morning when the weather's a little bit more amiable to our travel plans.
Sounds good to me.
So if y'all want to, I don't know if you want to let everybody inside know or just kick them out. Like, sorry, party's over. Can't. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Knock them out. Your
Do
call.
any of
It's
us
your home. I'm just gonna.
No, Amethyst just has a very sad thought for a moment about home and being like, "Oh, do any of us even have a home?"
Just as oblivious and goes to eat breakfast. Like, now where did I leave that gravy?
The one who
The
has a
gravy!
home. The one who has a home, Amdrus.
Amdrus, I would love. Oh God, make a. What would this be? Make a wisdom check with your proficiency. Add your proficiency. This would be a cooking check. Just to see after leaving this and having a fight if things have burnt.
12.
12. Okay. I'll say as you going in, you can smell that it's starting to kind of burn. It's been sitting in there. It's probably salvageable.
Oh, thank God I put it on the low flame.
Yeah.
Pull stuff off and like stir the pot a bit so the stuff at the bottom gets mixed in.
And you can see there's just like smoke everywhere, and there's a bit of embers that have like not caught anything, thank God. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the lantern and be like, just hold it very close so everyone can hear me through the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, it sounds like we're gonna stay here for another night until the wind stops. So at your leisure. It's windy. It's really weird. As a heads up.
Okay.
To the experience you're about to feel.
Leisure. Yeah, I'm leisurely gonna chill in this.
Because I was gonna say, Amethyst, you are the one that controls it. They cannot control if they go in and out. So,
I thought
No,
it was
it's-
like okay.
You get to choose.
All right. Well then, as at their leisure,
Warning.
I kick them out.
Yeah, as a leader, they're deciding to go, oh, I need to, and then you release them.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not gonna leave, and then you just get shunted out at
Yep.
you.
I'm just
And you
like, all right.
Yeah, and you all feel that weird sensation with the wind battering as you're like solidifying into your form.
I can just see like Ataim like laying on the ground, like being reformed
just
on the
kinda
ground, but like fuck.
Yeah, God damn it.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot that I had to do that. I feel
Well,
like it's
it
been
was
like
nice.
win at
It was
Tame.
nice while it lasted. Yeah, I do. This
It's a bit
is
much.
a bit much.
Okay.
Can you not stop it? I mean, you like to control the winds all the time.
I do, but you know, a normal storm, yes. This seems a bit out of my current proclivities. It's fine.
Your
Okay.
friend? Maybe your
Yeah.
friend's upset.
yeah, maybe.
My friend's upset.
Yeah,
does this have
like the
anything
one
to
that you just
do-
randomly talk to and just kind of, like disappear from us. I don't know. That friend?
And the spotlight is back on our team and his decision making.
You know, the one that you blindly made a deal with several times.
Right. Yeah. To my knowledge, they do not necessarily have dominion over the entirety of, the weather.
Yeah,
Oh.
on the material plane.
He's
Yeah.
your friend.
Yeah. But he's also not where
dear.
I got those powers from. Now those were given to me from birth. So
Oh,
Birth.
well, we saw the last time that you talked to your mother. Maybe you shouldn't do that again.
and now,
What the fuck?
Get fucked. And Zephyr walks away.
I'll tell you, it's just like,
You just hear a few orcs go, ooh.
What?
Did Zephyr just make a your mom joke?
Oh god. Well,
DM, as a point of order,
Yes.
I've gotten breakfast and I've returned to the tent and put on my original gear.
okay, yeah.
Hold on.
You guys can
Just
have essentially a short rest, eating
Just
breakfast, not having to rush out.
Hold on. I
Hey.
need to be petty right now.
Oh no. Also, Coco, I really like how your background, the sun from your tapestry, looks like it's on his back and it looks like a crest. And I really
Yes,
dig that.
It does. It looks
Yeah,
really good.
It's working perfectly.
It's so cool.
That's from Critical Role.
Is it? Oh, yes.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
the power
yeah.
image, yeah.
But yeah,
Done.
I just like how the sun is like blending into the cape. So
Yeah.
it looks like it belongs there. That's really
Yeah.
sick.
It was
Um,
that originally.
I would actually like, because I totally don't remember if we did this before last session because it was 2 months ago. I would love someone to roll me a d10 and someone else to roll me a d8, please, for the
I'll
day.
do the D8.
I'll do the 10.
Cool.
Well,
as
rolling.
a
7.
Sorry, go ahead.
Threw it on the floor. Almost. A 4.
Pyro, you were saying?
74.
Okay. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, cool.
It's windy again.
Sorry. What were you guys
Wait,
saying?
Pyro, are you gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say in response to Zephyr. No.
I see
It won't be anything to you. It'll just be Altaib is gonna go to his own room. And essentially, he's just gonna cast like a warding wind. So there's just gonna be like the wind is just gonna envelop into this circle, just dome or column, just like around him only. So he's just gonna like shut out because he becomes deafened. So like he's shutting out everybody else. And he's just
I
gonna
was
be
gonna
in
say,
this
I would
area.
like to say you do have your own lamp you can go into.
I do, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to use that right now.
Yeah, fair enough. So you
thought
you
you were
see the
just gonna
wind
touch-
just coalesces stronger around him, and if you're within 10 feet, you can't hear anything. It just gets deafeningly loud, and you have to step away from him, and he just kind of sulks.
I thought you were gonna go touch like all the plants you could.
Just like, fuck you. This is true. The grass is dying around you.
Fuck you, Zephyr. I'm doing this because of you.
Just poking.
Oh, look at this nice little flower. Now it's dead.
Yeah, this is all your fault.
This is all your fault.
Oh
The
god.
blood of this flower is
Well-
on your hands.
On that,
The friendly rivalry now.
Everyone-
It's
Everyone-
gonna begin. The prank war.
yeah,
It starts.
petty war.
Yeah, there we go. The petty war.
Yeah, and on that, everyone can eat breakfast. Are you planning
Well-
on staying the rest of the day? Oh, sorry.
Hold on, I want to do one more thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like after that, I was probably gonna say like because it happened probably close by. I was like, oops, I'm sorry, I probably went too far. And then I went.
Oh,
Probably saw Amdrus like go in some direction.
Yeah.
Right.
go finish food. Yeah.
I want to catch up to Amdrus for a second. And you went into a tent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, to get changed.
Back to
Okay.
like, well, to make sure the food. This would be like when you're making sure the food is there. So you
Oh,
wouldn't be
okay,
changing
got it,
quite
got
yet.
it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. I'm probably gonna be like, knock knock.
Oh, Zephyr, come for some biscuits and gravy.
I want to ask you something. You kind of said something earlier, and I am a little worried that if I've ever offended you or made you feel like nervous. You said you don't like
Altaib.
We'll ignore that. Let's put a pin in that. We got to do this one first.
I love it.
But you said you didn't like birds. Have I
Zephyr,
made you nervous whenever I've flown you around,
no,
or
I
Did?
love flying with you. I love flying with you. It's perfect. It's when the other birds attack me and then take me away and then drop me 300 feet to my eventual doom and dismay. Oh, there's the fear.
Yes.
You're
yeah? Well,
fine.
that is a very different thing. Yeah, but
The
were-
aggressiveness of the
those are like gross-looking birds, though, weren't they?
I was not a fan of the last one that dropped me. No.
They do
What was
have
the
like
second
they're like bird creatures, but they have like almost like a woven face with like antlers. So they're not like birds.
I'm thinking of the peritons. What
Yeah,
else?
that's what that
Yeah,
is.
that's
that-
what I was
okay.
gonna say. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So
Okay. Well,
it's easier to just say birds than rather than the peritons and then the griffins and whatever else is. If you're getting specific, what hasn't dropped me out of the sky? Be a shorter list.
To be fair, you dropped
Okay.
yourself out. You jump out of.
Absolutely.
make sure to never grab you with my claws. How about that?
I actually would really appreciate that. That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Just don't piss me off. As she slowly gonna walk away.
What a trap!
You're the one who stabbed me.
And she's gone. Well, on
Wow,
that,
we're just fighting today.
it's been a while. A lot of pent
It's
up.
the wind. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the wind.
Just baffled,
It was
like
like
listen,
D&D
everyone
for
else.
2 months. I've had a lot, so
Yeah, it's fine. I'm okay with this. Yeah, so you guys can eat breakfast, get ready. Are you guys staying here for the rest of the day? Or what's
yeah,
the plan?
that
I think
sounded
so.
like that
I think
was the
that's
plan.
Okay, because as
At
you're
least with the
spending
plan.
time, yeah, that's what I mean. And with the wind going as hard it is, and it doesn't seem to stop for a good chunk of the day, so the clan has hunkered down. They're not gonna be moving, obviously, in the wind. So, is there a point where you guys think, well, the wind isn't cutting down, we just need to get going, or do you just stay there the whole day and hope that in the morning it will be different?
I thought we'd stay here all day and just hope tomorrow would be different.
Okay.
But if anybody else would rather do something, if you
Just
guys
didn't
would
know
rather
if-
do that sometime.
The knowledge of the wind not really slowing down throughout the couple hours, I didn't know if that changed anyone's opinion.
No, I figured we were waiting till the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to impede our travels so much that might as well stay somewhere safe. Hopefully tomorrow's better. If it's not, then we'll just deal
We'll
with
just
it
have to
then.
deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot to ask, who rolled the D8? Celeste, was it you?
I did.
I did.
Oh.
7.
Oh, I was the
D8.
10.
Yeah.
So-
Roll a D6 for me, please.
Me?
Oh.
Oh.
How many birds are gonna drop Amdrus out of the sky?
I know.
tomorrow?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
find
yeah.
out.
4.
4 birds.
Okay.
Fuck.
Tweet.
For
Tweet, by the way.
Tiamat.
Cool. Yeah.
Poor
That's
Tia.
more like what it is. Cool. So I will say you guys spend the day, kind of, again, helping out in the clan. They're gonna put you to work if you're gonna be here. But you kind of get you did it yesterday. You kind of know what your guys are gonna get at, and they're kind of understanding where you guys are going for as well. At team, a lot of what they're asking you to do is to somehow stop a lot of the wind when they realize you kind of have a bit more control over that, because you have that ability. You can change the direction, so you can kind of
Yeah.
help a bit if they're having to move stuff. And you're basically just escorting people. You're on escort missions over
I'm
and
on
over again
escort
the whole
duty.
time.
Yeah.
And
Keeping the wind from people as they're carrying like heavy items and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
and like anytime someone is going out to try to look for food to hunt, they ask for you to come to help with the wind if they need to shoot an arrow to blow the wind that way, so it'll help or anything like that.
I would also offer my services of create food and water for them as well, with letting them know that it disappears in
Doesn't-
24 hours.
Beautiful. Then they probably don't even need to take a team hunting, and they appreciate that. That makes things a lot easier. All right. I will say, once the night starts to get darker, the wind has not stopped. Anyone who is proficient in nature can make a nature check for me, or if somebody has druidcraft, they could use that in this case without making a check.
I
am
have all of
proficient.
those.
I have all of that.
So you can choose if you want to roll or
I
if you
did
want to
too.
use druidcraft. Oh my god, how many of you guys have
I got
druidcraft?
a-
Jesus.
I got a dirty 20 in nature.
I got 16.
7.
Druid
I'm
craft.
gonna use Druidcraft. I'm
Okay.
not smart.
Okay. At team, you were busy being brought around
Yep.
everywhere. Amethyst, what'd you get? Sorry,
16.
16,
again.
and that was for nature, right?
Yeah.
I will say that Joel, Amethyst, you both rolled. You guys can tell this wind is unnaturally strong, and for how long it's going. And you're worried that for how long it's going, and as it's starting to get darker, it doesn't seem to be letting up. There's got to be some kind of damage, whether that's tornadoes touching down, or things getting ripped out with how strong the wind is getting. You guys almost have to reinforce, Zephyr and Joel using plant growth, reinforce a lot of these because things are getting ripped out, and even some trees are beginning to bend and crack with how strong it's going. Amdrus and Zephyr, using Druidcraft, you can learn what the weather is going to be like. And from what you guys can tell, it is not going to be letting up tomorrow. That it's going to be just as strong, if not stronger, tomorrow with the wind. Because you were correct. We rolled wind again. So, as night starts to come, and you guys have spent time here, and Amdrus, knowing that you kind of did this insight and you don't know if they're going to come back or not, do you guys spend the night here, knowing the wind isn't going to let up tomorrow?
I don't think we should put these people in any more danger. If it's going to stay like this, I think it's best for them and for us if we go.
Right. Tell them we're off. Tell them, you know, the nephew of Zahir's is off range and to go find animals to hunt.
All right. So you let everyone know you guys are going?
Yeah. I'll tell the chief like myself.
Okay. All right. Well, they will bid farewell. For the rest of you guys, you will hear a lot of that as you guys are leaving. Now that it's not like a rushed thing, Etim, I will say, you probably noticed that like young boy that gave you this thing and told you like thing was very excited you got to stay, but was really awkward the first half of the day because like it's like saying bye and then like going the same direction. You know, it's like, well, this is awkward. You didn't leave, and I feel weird because I crafted that and it's not that good. So there's kind of that awkwardness. And you kind of get that, but he eventually gets over it, and he's kind of happy to hear that you were here to help and with the wind. And he's probably the one that was like, oh, he can probably help with this, and would go get you to help with something and bring you around, and kind of be a translator because kind of knows common a bit and is trying to learn. So yeah, you kind of make a little friend.
Oh my god, I made a friend.
You made a friend.
Wow. It's sociable out here.
And as you guys are beginning to head out, you will hear a lot of that chord strength be with you as you're leaving from many of them, and from like Grua and everything as you guys are heading out. And they wish you luck on your journey, and they kind of give you directions on which way to kind of go. It's a bit like southwest west or west southwest, whatever that is. From your direction, and kind of tell you to head that way.
Every time I hear "Cord be with you," Amethyst like stiffens and gives like, yeah.
Okay.
Can I give the chief a platinum just for his?
Sure.
Yeah.
He will look kind of confused, and in Orcish you would hear him say something to Grua, and Grua just kind of reassures him and just says, thank you. Money is not something we use, but if we run into traders and everything, it will be useful. I appreciate it. So thank you.
So it's the least we can do.
Thank you. Yeah, are you guys just walking then through the forest with the wind, I assume?
Yeah.
Because we can't fly, so might as well just start hoofing it.
Cool. All right. Well, on that note, I know it's a little late, but we will jump into our break. A little break. We can go to the bathroom, grab something to eat, grab something to drink, because I am so thirsty. I need to drink something. So we will be right back in like 10 minutes or something. Bye.
Bye. I just teach between
Grab
that time.
block
If-
time, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that
teacher
makes
dad.
sense.
Pyro's a teacher.
Yeah. So I hate it because it feels like I'm always on call and I can never plan anything.
Mm.
But my
Yeah.
weekends are free now, so that's fine.
Hey.
There you
Professor
go. That's nice.
Pyro, my grades are failing. What can I do to
So-
help get them up?
If,
Ooh.
Come by my office at the end of school.
we'll discuss it then.
Can I give you an
Um,
Can I give you an oral presentation?
oh my lord. Okay. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Sorry we took a little long of a break. We're all chatting. It's been so long since we've all been chilling out in the call,
It's
so it's
so nice.
so nice.
It's so nice.
Catching up on everything that's happened in the last 2 months. Oh my god.
I missed eating on your stream.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
It's nice. All right. Well, if you missed the first little bit, more happened than I thought. I was ready for these guys to bounce immediately, and with waking up in the camp, everyone jumped into Amethyst's little terrarium. Amdrus decided to stick around and disguise himself instead of just running like I expected, and had a little one-on-one, which I mentioned this on the break. I was worried because you're the one with the lowest hit points out of everybody, and they got 3 attacks, but it was easy. It was good. You rocked it, so it was fine. That fucking defensive
I
flourish.
wasn't fucking worried. Fuck that dude.
Sweating.
Sweating over here. But they couldn't do a whole lot without their mount, so that's kind of there. They were a little handicapped, but that's fine. But so are you without
It's
your
hard
magic
to
items.
beat an AC of 28.
Yes, 100%, especially when they only have like a +6. So, anyways, with that, you guys spent the rest of the day realizing the wind is not letting up, using a bit of magic and knowledge about the nature. It seems unnaturally strong, and there is no letting up for tomorrow. So you guys decided to not hinder the camp anymore and endanger it anymore in case the elves come back. Setting up a story that if they do pop in, your persona that you gave
Oh, I never
is
gave him
out.
my name.
Oh no, you didn't. That's fine.
Didn't have to.
And that's why I purposely didn't say Amdrus the whole time, because I was like, they didn't say name, so it just says she just said you.
Yep.
That you were out scouting for the evening. I would say, as you guys were leaving and they were saying their goodbyes and good lucks, as a point of reference, their clan name was the Stormfang, and you are told that if you ever if you ever are in the Nightthorn Forest and you run along any other orcs of the Stormfang clan, you can basically have somewhere, like, you're welcome at any point, is basically what they were saying.
We can go to the picnic.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can come.
and they
We're
can
welcome at
help
the
out
picnic.
if you need, which is great to have
Got it.
friends in a dangerous forest. It just
We're invited to
happens.
the cookout. Let's go.
We're invited to the out. Let's go.
Yo. And yeah, and you guys head out on
The seafood
foot.
broil.
It was fairly late into the day. So how much do you guys want to travel at night? Or do you guys want to rest pretty quickly after leaving? Like a couple hours of walking and then resting?
I mean, we can be a little bit more stealthy at night, right?
Yeah. And with the wind, it
With
helps
the wind.
a bit.
No.
Tremor sense.
Not everything has tremor sense, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's been a day. I don't think they're necessarily looking for us right at the moment in this vicinity. So I think we have some time. Sort of
Yeah, that's
trek. So
Suddenly
yeah, I think we
Aurora
can.
starts
But
rolling
I
dice.
know, yeah. But yeah, I think a stealthy. I feel like we need to be necessarily somewhat. We're going to be somewhat slowed by the wind anyway.
Yeah, you're going to be
Just
slowed by the wind,
a-
so.
a stealthy sort of pay attention.
And being in such a thick forest, especially as you guys are continuing walking, you're getting into like the really, really thick parts. You kind of already
Yeah.
were, but as you get further and further, it gets thicker and thicker. So it kind of helps with the wind as well. So
That's
it's a little easier to travel too. So if you guys wanted to slow it down and travel through a good chunk of the night, you can.
That's what we do.
All right. Well,
We take our win that we didn't run away, and we
there we go.
Yeah.
stayed and fought.
Yeah.
I
is
just hop
gonna
onto
be-
my cloud and I just float away forever.
The wind just takes you and you go flying out.
like the floaty that just like gets forgotten in the ocean and it's just gone.
the kid
I
that
don't
loses
actually
grip
do that.
that loses grip of the balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
the balloon
yeah.
just goes. Yeah.
Just hear screaming in the background, like up in the air.
That reminds me of the Harry Potter scene.
She's with the wind now.
God.
Like the arm.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, I
Okay.
lost an arm.
Gone with the wind.
I lost an arm.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Right now.
Anyways, so I would love whoever is helming the direction you guys are going. Who is helming the travel here? You were kind of told a direction and sent off.
Not
Let's
me.
see.
I fought
How many
for
restrictions?
honor for the clan.
They're going to be
so
making
I'm
a
good.
survival check, is what I'm going for. So
I'll do it. I mean, I had kind of a vision
I was
too.
gonna say, I
So
assumed you. Yeah.
I'll do it. What do I have in survival?
your wisdom class, survival won't be too bad.
I have a +4 in survival.
Yeah. There's Zephyr with a +7.
22.
22.
I leveled up, remember?
Oh, you were frozen, and I was like, you were just like thinking and frozen, and I was like, oh,
I
she's
said
not
it's
replying.
a +8. I leveled
Oh,
up.
right. Yes. Sorry. My bad. I don't remember
Gosh,
your entire character sheet anymore. Sorry. Sorry. What was it for survival?
22.
22. Okay. With this kind of divine sense and still humming off of that divine intervention, and with the direction and everything kind of going, things are kind of going your way. You're able to kind of travel pretty far. You guys are wanting to push pretty late into the night, right? Just trying to get as far as you can. So I would like everyone to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Great.
You did have a day of chores, so it's not like you were just resting all day.
We had disadvantage at all or no?
No, it's just
Okay.
Standard.
13.
13. Zephyr,
To remember. 12.
12. Joel,
17.
15.
Forget when
Amdrus,
That's so sound.
16.
16. Atin,
21.
21. A couple of you, like, it's a little tiring, but for the most part, you guys are fine. No one gets exhausted. The DC was 10. But you guys kind of keep on trekking forward, kind of getting into the night. How late are you guys wanting to go? Because you guys are still doing pretty good, and you think you have a good direction. You think you're going. Joel, you feel confident. Do you guys want to keep on going?
I think
Go
we're
pushing.
feeling it. Let's push it.
Okay.
Let's
Push.
Okay.
Push.
As we push a couple more hours, I need another Constitution saving throw from everybody. The DC does go up.
This is where I eat it. This is where I die.
No, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's a 2. That's a 2.
I have a
Three.
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.
Why do we let Coco make
Oh
the
my
decisions
God.
on if we're sleeping or not? It doesn't
It's
work
usually
out ever.
Coco too that you go, yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Fine.
Coco's like, let's fucking go, and then
You'll
we just
sleep
all,
it off.
yeah, we'll all die immediately.
Only one level of exhaustion.
It's
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Amdrus has been perpetually exhausted for like half the campaign.
Honestly.
Like I
Coco.
was exhausted a lot back in the day with like the
When-
rains and shit.
That's true.
When
Zephyr,
you
what'd you
died
get?
too.
I got a 19.
19, you're fine. I forget who, but Joel, Amethyst, Amdrus, you all got below a 12, right? Yeah, so you all
if
gain
you
a point of
wanna go real.
exhaustion. Atim, what'd you get?
22. I
22.
got
You're totally fine.
I did better.
There's a sense of the wind and you
like
heading
this
you're
is
just like,
my level of wind. Like the sense of like the wind's
Yes.
kind of like a little buffeted by a lot of the trees.
Yeah,
now I'm
sometimes
just
you
like,
get Mhm. And you just have a feeling you're going the right direction. Joel, that feeling is gone. You're exhausted. You're like, oh, why did we push the last 2 hours? Like
Why did I say
Amethyst
go forward?
and Amdrus are just
I think
dragging
we
their
should
feet, and
push-
Zephyr and
push
Atim are like,
forward.
oh, this is a nice nature walk.
I'm just like kicking a rock on the ground.
Yeah. All right.
I'm like, yeah, Cord be with us. Yeah.
Do you guys push further?
No.
I think so. Why not?
No!
Yeah,
I say a
yeah,
hard
no.
no.
Con saves. I'm just kidding.
You've been outvoted.
Amethyst and Amdrus just like crash under a tree.
Split the
They're
party.
just like-
I sleep
Just-
right here.
Yeah.
She just starts like
heads
Amdrus
together,
just
start
stops and puts up the dome. Just immediately just stops and puts up the dome, and it's just like, oh,
Zephyr and team have
guys,
to be like, oh shit, we gotta go back.
we're going back.
Yeah,
You
Amethyst
guys
is
get like
already
30 feet
clogged
forward,
down.
and we're like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm like, ninja art bubble. Let's go.
Ninja art bubble.
Amethyst
Bubble
is
style.
like, thank you, and gives you a pat. You're really tall, so she tries to pat you on the head, but it's probably just like your ear or
face.
something.
Is
Cool, yeah.
Amethyst tall too? I thought she was decently
I
tall.
don't.
I feel like she has
I guess
small bean
Amethyst
energy, but
fluctuates, and I love it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel she was supposed to be tall, but like I just picture her as just like a small little bean at this
Well,
point.
that's kind of what
She
I always
does-
pictured her as.
You're
Yeah,
Oh,
just cut out.
yeah.
There we go.
I mean,
What
maybe
was that,
she's
your
like
avatar, what?
average height.
Oh,
Average
maybe a little
height.
bit-
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
a
my
little bit
internet
shorter.
is in and out.
That's fair.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of the team is very tall, so you could
Yeah.
just feel short. Zephyr.
why didn't we go with the
Amdrus are
Timon
tall.
Giants? So that could have been our team name.
Oh my God. Well,
I'm
all right.
average.
Yeah, Joel, Amethyst, and that team, you guys are all around average, and then there's Amdrus and Zephyr who are very tall. I'm pretty sure 9 for Kane. I think he was really tall.
Jane was 6 foot at least.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like you had a tall team. For
I
a while.
always
I mean, that's
imagined
short
I'm
for
just on
Mac.
like the highest end of like as tall
It's a
as
different
a medium humanoid could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys hunker down, exhausted, except for Zephyr and that team. Zephyr and that team, are you guys going to take the first watch then? Assuming you're going to have watches.
Yeah.
Start this
Yeah.
petty war.
The petty war continues.
All right.
It's like-
well,
Zephyr, I brought you these flowers.
just a bunch of dead
Just
petals.
wilted, yeah.
just.
Can I just do like plant growth and make them explode in your face? Just
Just decay.
Just,
Wrong
like,
character.
dust
Wrong
them
character.
away.
All right. Well, is that what's gonna happen? Zephyr at team first watch.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sounds
I'll
good,
take
yeah.
last watch.
Last watch. Amethyst last middle.
I'll take the last watch.
Okay. So Amdrus middle watch by yourself.
I'll take middle watch by myself, yeah.
All right. Well, as you guys head down and bunker down for the thing, the dome is a relief to any wind. It's still very strong wind.
Not in here.
It's
Not-
may not
well,
feel
yeah.
it, but you can hear it.
Yes, you can hear it. It's just
May
you
not
hear the
feel it, but
whipping
you can hear
sound.
it. Yeah.
It's like being on the inside of a creaky old cabin. You're like, wow, that feels like
Yeah.
it's gonna break through it any minute.
Like,
Uh-huh.
but it never does, which is great. This is perfect. Okay. I would like both of you to roll perception checks. And what are you doing for your first watch?
I don't know. We don't do watches together.
We
I
don't.
know.
Talking
We've
shit is
We've
what
only
y'all
done
are
it like
doing.
I think
You
we've
did
only
it
done
the
like
one time when you talked to plants because you're like, why
Yeah.
why are
Yeah.
he's killing you? And they're like, oh, he's just killing us. We don't like him.
30-20.
18.
What are you guys doing? Anything? I'm waiting for the petty war, but
I was gonna say
We all-
maybe I can do like plant growth and just see the ring of plants around you.
you
Yeah.
just start to wilt.
We all die
I'll
in
tell
an
you,
ambush because
I'll say it's just like finger, like barely touching like sigils like in the ground is the
Dead grass.
the
You know
dead
what
grass as it carves around.
Or maybe
what
this
this
will
feels
help,
like?
and I'm just trying to like keep plants alive around you.
Just doing the full 8-hour cast, like keeping it up as much as you can for as long
Cool.
as you can, or hour, or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Now our powers are combining and we're creating a maze.
Yeah, everyone waking up is just gonna be like completely covered in like tall grass and
Yes.
like
This
hedges.
just kind of feels like
You
I'm
don't
not
need
touching
hedge
you.
trimmers.
I'm not
I got
touching
it.
you.
I got it for you.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll trim all the hedges. It's fine.
All right. All right. Anything specific? Or you guys just keeping up with this goof here?
I think Ataim will just kind of pipe up after a while and just to your point. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what he has powers over.
point?
The ones he's given me though have come in handy.
What? I haven't pointed to anything.
To your when you were, a bit fiery towards me earlier about can't your friend
Oh.
control the wind and whatnot.
Was that too
Yeah.
much?
Am I too much?
I thought.
No, it was fine. like
he
this.
thinks like, oh, I could wreck her right now. Okay.
It was fine.
The long pause. No.
I like the edge.
I'm trying. I never really grew up with great social skills. Bizarre.
I mean, I guess it was easy for me. Kind of just.
Sorry you struggled.
yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
good for fucking you.
you know.
Prayers, sorrows.
I could either be, a timid child who's always scared of someone who, scared that someone was afraid of him, or, I could just take charge and be my own person. So I did.
It's working.
It also, it helps that, you're the one who raised you is, a big named wizard.
He was very flamboyant.
Yeah, but also I didn't really get out much, with permission. A lot of my explorations usually happened at night when there wasn't as many people.
Yeah, I did that too. I wondered, what were they? Like mountains, or did we say no?
The
My
area
bad.
that you lived in.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Mountain-
mountains?
Was
Yeah.
it, or did we veto that? I can't remember.
Like with the order?
Yeah.
You traveled a lot. Like it was traveled all over. So
Yeah, I get that. I kind of did that around camp. We were always on the move, so exploring new areas. It's kind of fun. That's kind of like where I found my attachments. Others very much. The animals and plants were just much more calming.
Yeah, I mean, you are quite in tune with nature.
Well, I'd hope so. It seems like that's my greatest asset.
And I, the wind.
Yeah.
And it always felt like it was calling to me. So when I was finally of age, I said that I was going to set out on my own path. Of course, I wound up back here. But yeah, I think that was when I kind of truly found myself.
Well, I'm happy for you. It's always a good thing.
Thanks, it is. All right, should we wake up the others?
Oh,
you froze there, penguins. We didn't catch that.
oh, well,
Yep.
based off of I tell him it sounded like we were working up the others, so we can't.
No, did you say something before?
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna suggest, like, well, if you want to, I mean, while we have time, you could talk to your friend and see if there's information about these raging winds. It seems a little unnatural. Besides, I mean, everything's unbalanced, but
Can't hurt. They've been kind of quiet recently.
maybe it's because you're not talking to them enough.
Just gotta check in with.
I know, I know that, like, plants and animals, and you leave them alone, they kind of don't like it. So
Lean into it more, you say. All right. Well, I will take that for a moment, and I will summon Nimbus,
Your little cloud friend appears.
my little clown friend.
Yes.
And I'll just take a moment, kind of just allow myself to get in some sort of like a trance a little bit with the wind. As the wind, I can hear it pounding against the dome. And then just send my thoughts up to my patron and
Sure.
asks, do you have power over the wind? Do you know what's going on? It does seem quite odd.
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw.
Always 16.
16. All right. As you kind of sit there listening to the wind and the howling of the wind, as my brain goes blank, what did you ask again? Sorry.
So I was referencing like Zephyr's question again back that she was jabbing at me. Like, so I was like, do you have powers over the wind?
Gotcha.
What is going on? Or do you know what's going on? It seems a bit off.
Okay. You got a 16. Okay. I will say, as you kind of listen and kind of drone out everything and kind of go into that kind of trance, kind of mindfulness of ignoring everything else, there's something there. You can feel it. And it's something, it's his presence. Like you've come to realize when you're alone, especially when there's wind, you can always feel his presence. And there isn't so much a direct answer, but it's not a no. It's kind of this feeling of like you're in the material plane, which it's not like he has dominion over the material plane, but it is connected. And the high winds seem to have a connection with him. Like his power is growing, which means your power will grow. And that's kind of what you get. You don't get a direct answer, just kind of this feeling, this knowledge. And Zephyr, you would see Atim kind of goes into a trance, like just kind of, focus for a good while. It doesn't feel that long for you, Atim, but it's like a good 20 minutes of him, half an hour of him just like silently listening.
Okay. How late would you say it is? No.
Pretty late. Like it's getting pretty late.
Okay, never mind.
You guys traveled pretty late into the night. So probably once you guys are done your watch, maybe after the second watch, sunrise would be already, like sun would already be up. Like sun would be starting to rise fairly soon. Yeah.
Perfect. Because I was gonna do something if it was early enough, but I didn't think it was, so I'm gonna wait till morning.
Okay.
So yeah, then he'll come out of it. It's like, well, I didn't get much of a direct answer, but there's some connection. I think our powers are growing. So in time, maybe I will be able to control these winds.
Well, that sounds fun. Probably make our days a lot easier when, we're trying to travel.
That is for sure, yes.
And sorry.
No, you're good.
I would also say, Atim, as you kind of come back out of that trance, you've noticed, and Zephyr, you probably would have noticed this too. The wind is dying down. It's almost like after Atim's connection, the wind is starting to calm. a little bit. Not super much, but
Okay.
anything else you guys want to do?
Well, I thought it
Cut out.
was getting late.
Right.
Say that one more time.
It's getting
I
late.
was gonna say, I was like, I thought of something, but I don't know if it's hypocritical because it's getting late. Like,
Up to you.
No, live your life.
If you want to
Roll
do
that
something,
play.
we'll be
Well,
ending right
I-
after anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah,
okay,
we
I
can
kind
end
of
right
forgot
after.
that we had leveled up, and so I picked up a new spell, and I wanted to like, as Zephyr, kind of like play around with it while Atane was talking. So I'd step
Oh,
away
yeah.
and wanted to try this because I wanted leaves in.
We're cutting in and out.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I wanted to see if it would leave any, I guess, clues, but plants.
Um,
And I wanted to try transporting and see if it like
Yeah,
leaves a
plants.
mark or whatever.
that's what you're using. Okay, okay.
Oh.
Wow. So you're just going to kind of look and link to like close by? Is that what you're meaning?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't.
She
fully
said she's
read
going to
it.
go back home.
This is a teleport spell, so it can go anywhere on this plane. As long as
Oh,
you
okay, it
know
can.
a large, it's a teleport. But you
Okay.
need to know a tree, like a large enough tree to where you're going. So if you thought, oh, there's a big tree in Shadeborough, you can think about Shadeborough and teleport to Shadeborough, like by walking through the tree.
Is it like instant?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It lasts for 1 round, which is 6 seconds. So the door opens up for 6
Okay.
seconds and then closes.
Okay. No, I wanted to do it like not that far away in case
Right.
if it
That's
fails,
what I mean. Is
Zephyr,
if you
she
just
wouldn't
kind of see, because this forest is lots of big trees here. Like it's a very
Yeah.
thick forest. So you could just look at one a bit down and walk a different way into another tree, and teleport to that if you want.
have. Atane was taking a little bit. I would probably
yeah.
try to do something that would take, I don't know, maybe like a 15 to 30-minute walk back if I needed to.
Okay. So just think
so
about
a decent bit.
you think
if I
about a
could.
tree kind of a decent amount back, and you kind of walk up to a tree. And do you have a way you want to explain this? Do you have a idea of what this looks like? As you cut
I
it.
feel like. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's Discord
feel
with the
like-
internet, so.
Yeah.
She would kind of like. She would go up to a tree and kind of just like see if she can like sense its aura, basically, and kind of just like feeling the energy. And I feel like she would be one of those that kind of like would crouch, kind of like squat next to it and kind of just really try to get like attuned with it and like talk to it. But I don't know what she would say.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
just seeing like if she can teleport and really focus. Amdrus had done before, but differently, and trying to see if plants can work for her.
Right. Okay. I will say, like, as you're kind of sitting there and you're thinking and you're kind of talking to this tree, and you kind of draw up that energy, you kind of, I kind of imagine you kind of stand up and you draw, or you kind of bring one of your, like, claws, just kind of running it across the tree bark. And you almost see this, like, almost glowing, like a trail of like almost fire, like the bark is almost burning on the way you do it, and as you kind of finish this spell, you'll see it kind of crack, and almost like a fireplace when the wood cracks and the ember kind of and ash kind of stick out, it kind of cracks open and this kind of ember and ash sticks out, and there's a moment of that worry of, oh shit, did I just burn this tree down? But as it cracks and opens up, you can see this like warm, almost like candlelight glow, and on the other side you can see more of this tree, and if you look back, like there isn't anything on that tree. You didn't cut through the tree. You've now opened up a door between two trees.
All right.
Do you step
I
through?
feel like I want to add one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted
sorry.
to add one more detail as I was opening. Have you guys ever seen like wood burning?
Yes. It's kind of what I was
Kinda
thinking. Oh, as you
thing.
cut it.
Or I like that vibe when it's opening is what I said. But yeah, I would probably like step through probably cautiously, hand first and
Yeah.
just really trying to like listen to the tree and see if it's telling me anything
Okay.
specific.
And yeah, you don't get any like you're hurting it or anything like that. But as you kind of walk through, it's kind of this warm kind of gust of wind, and you kind of smell that ash as you step through. And as you step through and you look back, it's just when it cracks and goes back, and it's fine. And now you're just in the forest alone, in the silence of the night. And kind of refinding your direction, you start kind of to walk back. Hopefully, you're where you wanted to be. And it isn't until, you get closer and closer because it's so dark and the dome kind of camouflages. It's not until you get pretty close that you notice, oh, there's the dome. Like, there's a good probably 5 minutes where you're like, oh, shit, where did I teleport myself? Am I even close? Like, oh, God. But then you do notice and you pick up on it and you're like, oh, whew, and kind of walking back.
Would I have noticed, like, if the tree that I came out of, like, looked any different after it had closed? Like, if it looked like a normal tree, could I see any, like, things in the ground or, like, the tree bark burning or something?
No, there's no evidence. As soon as it closes, it's like nothing ever happened.
I feel like that's gonna come in handy. That was kind of fun. And then she's gonna be kind of, like, a little tearful as she's walking back.
Okay. All right. Anything else for you two? Okay. Well,
I feel like she would have shared her experience with Atam when they were...
I can teleport through trees.
Guess what I fucking did?
Oh. Well, that's new. But that should come in handy.
So next time if we need to get out of a clutch like that...
We could just appear in the middle of the Nightthorn Forest, because that's going to be like a tree spot for her now, basically, right? Like,
as long as
she
you know
knows
a
that
tree,
tree.
yeah. And it's not like it's not like teleportation circle where you have to know the rune there.
can't
It's
see
just
it.
as long as you know a tree,
You've
you
seen
can
a
teleport
tree.
there. Yeah.
It's a tree, yeah.
As long as it's a large enough tree that you are familiar with, you can just teleport to it.
Well, yeah, that's going to be very helpful, Penguin.
Yes, that's why I took it. I was like, score.
Oh yeah, that's why Vox and Machina could jump around fucking continents
Everywhere.
because they just Keyless just teleported them everywhere. It's great.
Druids are great. dude.
Druids are great. Druids are OP. We love it. They got fucking everything. All right. Well, with that, you guys kind of wake up Amdrus for his night. Amdrus, is there anything you would like to do in your watch?
Nope. I'm just gonna. Actually, I do. I wanna cook up some like no bake cookies.
Sure.
For my snacks for tomorrow.
No bake.
Okay.
Very earthy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make a perception check, just quickly here.
12 plus
Oh.
9,
Plus nine,
21.
All right. You can make those snacks. Spend those spell slots. Figure out which ones you're going to do that.
I think I'm just gonna do 4 level 1 cure wounds.
I will say, as you're cooking, you notice the sun is rising, starting to rise, because you guys
Sorry.
weren't
I'll
pretty
do
late.
2 level 1 cure wounds and a level 2 cure wounds.
Okay. So yeah, the sun would be rising midway through your watch. Kind of the beautiful colors, and you would notice that the wind has significantly died down. Like, there's still wind, but like it's nothing compared to what was yesterday.
What it was, yeah. Okay.
Would it
cool.
be
And then I
flyable
will-
then?
Yes. Anything?
Sorry,
you-
I didn't.
And I will go ahead and just they'll just one kind of big cookie and 2 smaller cookies, and they're just gonna it's just gonna have a little note that says to whoever wants.
Okay. As he wakes up Amethyst and Joel and heads to bed.
Yep.
Back to bed. Amethyst, Joel, you can hit a long rest. You
Hey.
can
I don't think I need.
do that. You guys
For all
can
the
make
battle you were just in, Joel.
the exhaustion at least.
Oh, yeah.
Make perception checks, and is there anything you guys would like to do?
Fuck.
Come to
I got a 9.
okay.
Oh, perception. I was zoning out.
That's okay. I'm
I
finishing up
got
right away here.
16.
16. Okay. You guys would wake up and you guys would notice the sun is beginning to rise and the wind has significantly died down. Do either of you guys go outside at all? Like outside of the bubble?
I think I'm cool in the bubble.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay. All right. Well, is there any big conversations you guys are thinking you're wanting to have?
Is Amethyst doing okay? Because she's been kind of stressed.
It's just a name I haven't heard in a very long time. And to randomly hear it in such a way was a little off-putting.
Where do you think you came up with that name from? You said you made it up for them. Where do you think it came from?
It wasn't so made up. Where I was in the temples, they wanted us to learn things about the real world, or this world, I guess. But everything was very controlled, if that makes sense. Gods.
Cults do as cults do.
Exactly. And, I think religious or gods were just passed over. There was an importance on them. The only importance was of the Kalishtar. So I have, some knowledge, but it's very muddled, if that makes sense.
You were kind of young during a lot of it, so it does make sense.
I don't even know how old I am.
Hmm.
All I know
A literal
is
child.
Yeah.
I just know how long Hitara's been with me, and that's really any sense of time I have.
Wild.
But, I mean, we were all like that. I mean, I didn't even have a name until I gave myself the name Amethyst.
You named yourself?
Yeah,
What did they call you in the call?
I didn't really have
Jean Valjean.
names. I mean, they decided pretty early on that I had potential to be priestess, so I was just priestess. Until I merged with Hitara, and then I was called Hitara.
I mean, it's pretty common for cults to strip you of your identity, so I guess that makes sense. That's a
I don't
pretty
think-
culty thing to do.
I don't think we ever had an identity.
Exactly.
I remember them bringing in young children, but that was very far and few between. I think we were the first group, but it's all very confusing. They hit a lot of what they wanted to do from us. Our importance was merging with our spirits, and then that's who our identities would be. My friend who was named Cord, all we knew about Cord was that he was very athletic and very strong, and that just seemed to fit my friend. And so we decided to name him that. Then I had another friend named Ivy. She was very pretty, but she kind of sucked sometimes.
Work.
And I had purplish eyes, and I really liked rocks, so the name Amethyst just kind of came to me.
It suits you,
I think so too.
especially with the rock jugs and everything.
I mean, that came after much more recently. I think Sena just is enjoying the irony of everything a little too much. I'm not complaining. I just think she finds it very amusing.
Yeah, I don't trust any of that, but okay.
I trust Zaina. She's been very honest. Yes, I know my flesh is soft.
God, I hate when you do that. I'm still not used to it. It's been a while. I'm still not used to it. I always go, huh? And then I go like, oh yeah, she's talking to the crazy people inside of her head.
I think it's great though. I think it's like a running gag. You know, I
It's great.
think it works. It's
She
just that
thinks
you
I'm-
never get used to it because it just happens randomly.
Oh yeah.
Zaina just wants to keep me safe. There was initially a deal, and I intend to fulfill that. But she got me out of the temples. She brought me here, and she's kept me safe thus far. So,
Well, now you have Peller to keep you safe as well.
And apparently Cord.
your god seems very nice. So full of light.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the best. He gets me.
That's good.
I don't know, did I tell everybody about my little conversation with God? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I don't
I
think
don't
it's
think
ever
I told
come up.
anybody. Yeah,
I don't know.
that was between you and God.
I think a lot was going on. So yeah, I did have a conversation with him, and he said that Mariana's soul is still intact, and there's a chance of saving her. I probably
Okay.
should have told Amdrus that before he went to sleep. He probably would have had good dreams. Yeah, that was about 2 days ago that happened. I'm sorry, I kind of slipped my mind.
It's been fine. I haven't been all here anyway. But thank you. That helps.
Yeah, every night before bed I'd pray to him about her, and he finally answered. It was like a 1 in 100 chance. Who knew?
10 and 100, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're mainly doing this for Amdrus, but I appreciate it too.
Well, it's the right thing to do. And you're a part of the party. I know she's important to you too, and I'm gonna keep you safe as well, so don't worry.
I'll do my best for you as well. Whatever I have.
I
For
don't
all
doubt
of you.
that. Your little blasty blast is quite impressive.
Honestly, like, I never expected to be able to do something like that. But it feels nice to not just hide, you know?
Feels nice to kill.
I know it feels nice not to hide. Definitely.
Sorry.
Her eyes just go low red.
Just has the
It
taste
feels
for
nice
blood.
to kill things.
Yeah. Sorry.
I had to resist that urge because I kind of felt that too. I was a little mean once, but we're okay now.
I can't
downplay.
picture you. I
That's
can't
the
picture you
episode
being
title.
mean.
Joel was a little mean one.
I mean, like, you can be really scary, and I feel like you bring the wrath of God really well. But I can't picture you just being mean.
Yeah, I have
You know,
anger
in the
issues.
before times.
But Peller keeps me in check. He reminds me that brutality is not the way.
Senseless brutality.
I like you, Joel.
I like you too, Amy.
Her tear, she's gonna, like, well up a little bit.
Alright, well. Unless there was more. the rest of your
I might
watch.
blow up a little bit.
And I could tell you were like, don't cry, don't cry. Because I could see it in your eyes, and then I was like, I don't want to cry now. With that, with the rest of the watch, as you guys watch the sunrise and the beautiful colors, the wind, you almost forget how windy it was. You don't really hear almost any wind by the end. And Amdrus, when your spell drops and it ripples away, immediately you are all hit with heavy, thick heat once more. That dry heat that was before the windstorm hits back, as if the windstorm cut through all this hot that was supposed to be there.
Hey, Zephyr, you're good with this.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Your turn. Time to turn back the heat.
Wildfire time. Woo!
Can't your nature control this?
And I will say that as you guys continue on to the day after having breakfast, you notice at some point as you're traveling, the thick forest and the hot moisture that gets locked in here begins to suddenly, and I mean suddenly, from one step to the next, become icy cold. So you guys are being sweating, and then suddenly you're hit with a freezing temperature, and within 10 steps you're suddenly crunching in snow. And it is like it is the middle of a winter after a heavy snowfall. And you guys are trudging through snow, and the leaves and the trees are fallen off, covered in snow, and it's just freezing with this kind of cold, stagnant air. Until eventually, after about walking for a little longer, you see ahead of you in this kind of winter, the sudden kind of winter, this camp. Looks abandoned. You see a few hide tents. You see a few logs around what would be a fireplace. And that is where we're going to end it.
It's a terp.
Oof. It's a
It's
trap.
a mirage.
It's a mirage. It doesn't feel like it, and you guys walked for a good half hour in this cold before finding this almost clearing in these kind of trees where this encampment is.
I've seen this movie.
And yeah,
The hills have eyes.
we will end it there with more mystery. But yeah, that was fun, guys. I'm so happy
That
to have
was
everyone
fun. I'm
back.
glad we were back.
Yay!
And we got so many good roleplay moments too. I'm happy. I hope you guys were okay jumping back in with everything, figuring out how your character works
Hey,
again.
we made it work.
And sorry, I know we went a little longer than I thought there, Penguin, but everyone was having good role plays. I didn't want to cut people up.
Oh, good.
So apologies.
I added to it, so you know.
I know, but still. All right. Well, hopefully we'll be back next Monday. Yes? Hopefully everyone's
Yes.
beautiful. To discover what the fuck this sudden winter place is in this camp is. It'll be a good fun time.
It's happening to the elements.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
wild.
Anywho, I hope you all
Global
have
warming.
global warming. It's real, guys. Anyways, have a
The
wonderful.
elemental fucking.
Yeah, the
Wait, I
elemental
got a
fucking-
song for this.
Oh my god, no. Just
Anyways,
Bye.
I hope you have a wonderful night and the rest of the week, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.
bye.